What's going on, everybody? We're live. We're here.
We're
What's up, Maren?
live. Phonathon. Hi, Tom. Been a minute. Been
Been
about,
a minute.
3 months.
Hey, a little bit. We were back last at the end of December. Incredible show. We had some good people come out. That was a good time. Good close to the year. Now we're here to kick off the new year, Q1. So big quarter. A lot of stress. A lot of people. A lot of grinding for Q1. Was it pretty easy for you?
Pretty easy for me. A lot of travel, honestly. Started a new job, doing some sales for a different kind of world now, but we're still here. We're still kicking. Very excited to see some people make some cold calls today.
Me too. I'm excited to see new trends, kind of see what people are doing out there, to be able to see some stuff. People are going to be testing out new openers, new scripts, all the good stuff. So we got some people putting up numbers.
And
I
calling
am from
for one
Vegas.
of our sponsors.
Ooh, there you go. Who you going to call for?
No, 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 no. People are calling for Glen Coco. Yeah?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Glen
awesome.
Coco is here. Shout out to them. We'll cover all of that here in a moment. I am shooting from Vegas. I am live in Viva Las Vegas. Where are you at, Maren? You're in Oklahoma?
I'm in Oklahoma. Just my little office in Oklahoma.
Got the dog with you.
Got
So very
he's
exciting.
back there somewhere.
I see him. Yeah, so we are here, guys, for today. We're going to have a lot going on. We've got over 20 plus callers coming in, calling from a lot of different stuff, which is what I love about the show, right? We all know cold calling is not universal, kind of. Everybody has different approaches, different markets, different, product versus service, way different selling openers. Some are permission based openers, some are not. I am not a big permission based opener fan myself, but in the right market for the right caller and the right tone, it does work. So you'll get to hear that live. You'll see some people putting up points on the board, and then we have some sponsors and some giveaways. So we'll start there with a little bit of showing off who our sponsors are. So this show couldn't have been possible without the help of some incredible folks. We've got the Ambition team with us. Ambition, you guys will see their ad later on, but is a platform to help with coaching and enablement and helping folks really gamify what they do. Maren and I used to be in Rev League together. We've been in communities and we used to gamify all the time. And it was a lot of fun, very competitive, lights the fire within your team. So you'll get to hear a word from them later on. Give them a shout. We also have Glen Coco, as Maren just mentioned. Shout out Glen Coco. Glen Coco is really cool. It's like the Uber and Lyft of the world, but for sales development. So if you are watching, you are looking for a job, you need something to call, you can jump into Glen Coco, and within like 48 hours, you can pick a campaign or a company you want to represent. They have a curriculum for you to learn, and then you can start booking meetings. And you can earn anywhere from at a low end 125 bucks to a high end of 500 bucks for every meeting you put up, and it's paid the moment the person shows up to that meeting. So cool little way while you're in between jobs, or want to test your skills. You can jump onto the Glen Coco platform and pick up work. Very cool team. So shout out to Rit and the team over there. Replicate's fire. You guys have seen me post about it. It's kind of taken the world by storm. It's an AI cold calling dashboard platform and AI simulator, which they rolled out really cool. Maren, I don't know if you tried it yet. You could take somebody's LinkedIn profile into Replicate, and it will create a cold call simulation on that person's profile based on who they are. And then you can cold call and practice. I did Bethany from SenseSpark. It was wild. Turned her into an AI. She thought it was crazy. Got the meeting booked. But before you call that bigwig at that Fortune 500 company, you can test it, right? Role play it out. Go through the simulator and see how you perform, and then go into the arena live and call that person. So shout out to Replicate. Sailboat. Joshua Bailey and the gang. Sailboat is a brand new tool that has come out to the market for coaching and enablement as well. You'll hear their commercial later on. They are doing some really cool stuff. Right now, we're looking for just users. It's free. We're just looking for managers and sales leaders to jump on, start tracking the effort that your reps are putting in. So it's monitoring their meetings, their downtime, kind of where they're spending their time during the day. And then you're able to optimize kind of what they're doing. Now, this isn't micromanaging. You're not managing them and being like, hey, for 2 hours you didn't do work. It's just to optimize what they are doing. And they're looking for users. So we'll drop those links later on, but feel free to check them out completely free. Shout out to Josh and the team there. And then last but not least, good old team over at Sendoso, why I'm in Vegas. We had our retreat yesterday here at the Adobe Summit. Sendoso is a gifting platform, probably one of the best in the market. I use them every day. They are partnered with Grove Cookie Company, which I believe we'll have some of that in the giveaway later. But you can use Sendoso throughout your sales cycle to gift people personalized gifts, gifts that can really tighten up that relationship. And they, Maren, just rolled out with their partnership with Alice. You can go into Sendoso, put the person's email, and it will personalize gift choices for them. So you can put in like
So cool.
Maren's email and then put in like dogs, alcohol, and then it will auto populate based on all of that, like something for you. So very cool. So thank you to our sponsors. Thank you all for your support in the show. You guys will hear their commercials later on. We'll drop some links in the chat for you to grab some demos, some meetings with these folks, and optimize your tech stack for what you're doing in the trenches. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Maren to talk a little bit about, let's get into the schedule, shall we? And then we can do the giveaways. Or do you
We'll
want to
do the
do the
schedule
giveaways and
first,
then
then the fun stuff.
I hear you. All right, pull that up. There we go. So what to expect today, guys? We're going to get right into this. So we have opening remarks here right now till about 8:15. We have some incredible cold callers in the back end here getting ready to come on stage for our first panel. So we've got about 5 or 6 folks coming on. They're going to live cold call. Couple logistics. You're not going to hear the prospect sides of the call. You're just going to hear the callers for legal reasons, but you'll get to hear their tone, the way they deliver, handle objections, the openers that they're using, and then hear them book the call live. So we'll have that here coming up. Then a break, then another cold call panel with another set of cold callers coming in, another break from that, and then the cold calling panel 3. And then for all those in attendance today, Maren's going to cover the giveaway. There's tons of prizes on this back end that we will give out at the end of the show. Now, you don't have to be present to win. So as long as you follow the guidelines, put in your part while you're here, you'll have a fair shot at getting those. But we will be giving those out at the end of the show here. So that's our schedule. Some cold calling, some great discussion, and a lot of fun along the way. And I will let Maren now kind of go over the giveaways. What do we got, Maren?
Gosh, we have so much. I'm just basically reading off this slide, but of course we have everyone's favorite. We have a headset being given away by Headset Advisor. That's going to be the Discover Wireless Boomstick, which is similar to the one that I am currently wearing. We also have 2 free instances of Sales Room to give out to some lucky AEs. Sales Room is giving reps real-time data to elevate their customer-facing calls. We have an hour of free SDR coaching from Patrick William Joyce, one 30-minute sales coaching session with our very own Lydia Hutchison, who will be on here shortly with us. We have an hour of a personal or professional development coaching session with Mitch Grimes. I hope this email finds you well shirt from Will Aitken, a dialed in shirt or similar apparel from Sean Hurd and Shift Group, one part-time executive assistant for a week for 20 hours from Wasim, Let's see, we have a Unifor swag pack from Michelle Craig, as well as two $25 coffee gift cards, which is her personal brand. Megan Hardy at Harry also had two Amazon Echo Dots that she'll be giving away that were left over from her team. And then we also have a free month of Replicate for one person and their team for up to 10 reps from our very own sponsor.
Hey,
The
hey.
way that we are going to be entering. Are you going to work? Yeah. So we just have this link down here. I will post it on my personal page as well and drop it in the chat. But you can basically scan that QR code, hit a couple likes on things, and you'll be good and entered to go. We will do that drawing about 15 minutes before this stream ends. But yeah, and then we will get in contact with the winners after the show.
Man, can I win? Those are incredible prizes. We'll revisit those throughout the show. But yeah, scan the QR code, get yourself involved. Maren and I are already out. We cannot win. Somebody's already scanning the QR code. Oh, they're coming in. Get your prizes, y'all. Get them. Everybody wants the Hope All Is Well shirt from Will Eakin, the Echo Dots. Shout out to Megan. Yeah, a lot of good giveaways. So very exciting. People are already popping in trying to win those. All right, Maren, you ready to start this thing off? We are ready. We got some hungry callers in the back end,
We're ready.
ready
Let's
to
get them
show
up
their
here.
skills. Let's bring them on up. All right, you want to start? There we go.
I'm on it.
Oh snap! Look at the panel. Look at the gang. Look at these.
Oh, wait. Mine doesn't do that.
How did you do that?
Wow. I don't know how I did that. That was crazy, y'all. That's a Vegas thing only. I don't know. Real confetti came from my walls. That was cool. But welcome everybody. Thank you all for doing this, coming through. We'll go around, let you guys introduce yourselves on a quick 30-second, and then say who you're with, who you're calling today, and who you are. So we'll start with Miss Megan Hardy. You are in my right here. So we'll start with you.
Hi, Tom. Hi, Maren. How everybody here? Long time no see. I feel like it's been a minute. Megan Hardy. I'm with Harry. I'm the Director of Global Business Development here. I am actually here to help coach and cheer on one of my own who will be dialing today. Very excited to be here. Be excited to be part of it. And I am in, unfortunately, really gross, rainy North Carolina right now, which is very uncommon for our weather here. But we're here to make it a bright, sunny day with some dials.
Hey, there you go. I like it. I like it a lot. Well, welcome. Thanks for being here and cheering on your very own, which we'll go right into Allie because she's right there next. So, Allie, it's your time to shine.
Hi, I'm Allie. I'm with Harry. I am one of Megan's BDRs here in the United States, based in Atlanta, but moving to Tulsa, Oklahoma in June, Maren. So I'll be a little bit of a neighbor to you.
Hey, let's go.
Here at Harry, we call into restaurant and hospitality leaders. So I'm super excited to get in touch with some folks that just trying to help them optimize and streamline their operations on the people side of things. Yeah.
I love it. Very, very nice. Awesome. Well, thanks for being here. Thanks for repping for Harry.
Yeah.
Lydia, your turn.
Good morning. I am I co-founded the Ruby Project, which is a sales enablement and coaching company. We work with top of funnel teams, but I'm also head of business development for Acral Data. We're a metadata management company. And so I think what makes this kind of special for me is not only do I coach and do team workshops, but I actually am in the trenches every day. So I'm here to cold call right alongside all of you like I do every day, but can also offer coaching and feedback as well. So I'm pretty stoked.
Very, very nice. A real practitioner. We love to see them. Eric would be very proud of you.
Gotta keep it fresh. Keep my skills sharp.
That's it, right? All right. Well, now we will go over to the great Chris. How are you, Chris?
I'm doing very well, Tom. Thank you for having me. Good morning, everybody. Chris Ciccone. I am coming to you north of the border in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. I am the Director of Sales and Business Development for Sherpa Events. So we do apps and web platforms for large events, trade shows, all that good stuff. So the beauty of being the Director of Sales and Business Development for currently a team of one is I do it all from the cold calling to the closing. So figured nothing better than hanging around with a wonderful group of folks and hammering the phones. And I know you're going to pass it to Michelle in a second. So I want to know how much caffeine she's had so far today.
We all have that question. That is the dying question we all have.
It's always the question. So actually, I'm still on my first iced coffee. So there might be an intermission where I have to snag a Red Bull real quick. But for those who don't know me, I am over caffeinated and excited to be here as my personal brand. I'm a full cycle sales rep at Unifor, which is a conversational AI platform. What does that really mean is we help everyone from contact centers to sales teams have better conversations, get better insights through multimodal AI, which is a buzzword, but also very important these days. So super stoked to be here. I also call daily, do some mentoring. So excited to be amongst legends. Like, we probably can't use bad words, huh? Because we're live. Let's freaking go.
Thank you for clearing that up for me, Michelle, before I slip up.
Yeah. It's an important thing to keep in mind.
Yes,
Michelle,
we have kids watching.
Sorry, the important question is a specific flavor of Red Bull or just regular Red Bull?
Sugar-free, always. Yeah, it's the sugar-free Red Bull. Light blue can, always.
Ooh, light blue can, always. There you go.
Okay. I like the blueberry. I rock the blueberry. Their blueberry flavor, and that's probably my favorite. It's very, very good. Have you had that one, Michelle?
I'm a dragon fruit.
Ooh, okay. That's the red can, right? That's the red
No,
one?
the green can. The green can.
Oh, the green can. Okay.
Ooh,
okay.
or Juneberry. That's a really good one. It's like the light blue, I think, or it's kind of like a teal blue. It's really, really good.
I'll have to look for those. Maybe change it up a little bit. You're crazy.
Yeah. What's happening here?
I know.
Yeah. Chris, you got a favorite Red Bull? What do you do? The original, or you got a?
Sorry, I just go full coffee, iced coffee, regular coffee. Yeah.
Red Bull.
I might slip a
like
Pepsi in there. There you go.
Energy drinks make me feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack. Coffee, I can drink 8 cups and just feel
They
anxious.
probably will give you a heart attack. They're very bad for you.
They are pretty bad. Yeah.
Then you end up over at Lydia's.
Another mortuary joke. You waited all of 6 minutes, Chris.
Yes. We couldn't even make it. So, Lydia, can you tell the group that's tuning in the specialty about your house so everybody's aware as we make the jokes all day?
Sorry.
We're in my kitchen, which is above the embalming room at the mortuary that I live in. So my husband, is the undertaker. No, just kidding. He runs the chain of mortuaries, and so we live here. Great location, downtown Mountain View, super cool. But yeah, we love to make a lot of jokes.
I need to learn more
There's
about
so
this.
much you could do. Yes. Follow up with Lydia after this. It's a great discussion, great icebreaker for her. We always have a good time learning about it. You might hear a ghost or two during the show, so don't mind it. It's just the souls who haven't found their resting place yet. Good time. Still so funny every time you bring it up. But really cool. Yeah, I mean,
I forget, and then I talk about it. I'm like, oh shoot, yeah, this is kind of a unique situation.
Oh, you mean
You gotta
living
put it in
upstairs
your
from a
LinkedIn.
mortuary is
You're the
not
only one who
normal?
forgets.
Could have fooled me.
Could have fooled me. You should put it in your LinkedIn headline, Lydia.
I
should. Just some fun pun about it to just get people intrigued. I'm sure people would have a lot of questions.
Cold calling is not dead, but everybody downstairs is.
There it is. Hey, there it is. That's the headline right there.
My husband would be very disappointed with me right now.
He would be proud.
He would be proud. We'll have two more joining us here in a bit. We got Mitch Grimes coming in, and then we'll have Vishnu from Nooks. But they have some internal calls taking their time for just a split second, but they'll pop in with us. But otherwise, the setup is, for those tuning in, everybody's calling through their own systems, through their own leads, everything that they have as they would every other day. But we're just going to do it together and hang out and coach. Again, open to feedback. Everybody here is. We're all practitioners. We all do this every day. We're happy to, hear from one another on how the call went, what we would have done differently, what was good about it, because we want to help you all out that are out there in the trenches. Because cold calling's gotten pretty crazy. Anybody have any crazy stories about cold calling recently? Some of you are calling new markets too, right? Chris, you're kind of doing the whole thing by yourself, right? Like you're out there testing. Lydia, Allie, are you the only one too at Harry?
No, we actually have 2 other BDRs here in the US and then 3 in London, but we are a completely new go-to-market team brought to the table by Megan. So new territory here in some ways. Yeah, super exciting.
Cool. Well,
That's
we'll be here to
part
help.
About what I was going to say, Tom, because you brought it up and like doing everything myself. It's kind of nice that we have some clients, because the first thing I did was let me get on the phone with them and understand why the heck they bought Sharpen in the first place, and then be able to take that and start testing that with new markets has been great. Be able to say like, hey, in this industry they've done this. Does that apply to everybody, or is that a unique situation with this client? So getting to kind of test some of that's been really, really interesting, because I've definitely gotten the, oh yeah, that totally resonates with me. Let's talk. And I've also gotten, hey, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. That's not my reality. Get lost. So nice mix.
Okay. Yeah, nice mix. But you brought up a valid point right there, right? Going and talking to your clients. It's really nice when you already have that. For some of us, we've done the startup world where you have had to go to market with nothing. And it can be challenging. I did it for the SD lab, right? I guess I'll give us intros, Maren. Maybe we should do that too. I don't know. I just assume everybody knows who we are. But yeah, I mean, I've done it too. They do now. For those that don't know, I guess, I'm Tom Slocum, founder and CEO of my own company called the SD Lab, where we help sales organizations set up their sales motions and their SDR teams. And then we do outsourced appointment setting. So if you're looking for that and you're like, hey, we don't even want to deal with the headache, we can take it on. Or if you want to build out your own internal squad, similar to what Chris is kind of doing now, we can come in and help your org do that and get through that learning curve before you go to market, and kind of have to have Chris do it all. You hire a lot of times and you're like, hey, Chris, let's figure it out for us. Tell us what we got to do. Chris is like, cool, let's do it.
Yep.
But Chris is great at it. Chris is awesome. He's done it a few times. So he is a rock star at it. But that's a little bit about me. And so, Chris, to that point, like when I started SD Lab, I had to kind of go out to market, and I had to deal with nobody knew who I was, what I was doing, no brand name whatsoever. They're like, I don't understand who you are. What's going on? So it was a lot of fun. Now, 18 months in, it's a little nicer, right? People are like, hey, I know what you're doing. I'm aware. I have those client stories to kind of guide people through what's going on. So a lot better. Maren, why don't you give the crowd a little bit of what you got going on?
Yeah, I'm Maren. I'm here. I have been doing this with Tom for like over a year now. But, I was in the service industry for a while, looked for a pivot during the pandemic, was in liquor distribution and sales, and then got into tech sales and then marketing. But recently kind of took a little bit of a step into a mix of both worlds, and am now doing private event sales for a company that owns a lot of music venues across the country. But I was just texting Chris, actually. I was like, wait, no, I am your ICP. Tell me what you do.
Just adding Maren to my call sheet. Hold on.
We'll just live pitch right here. Towards the end of the panel, we'll let Chris kind of live prospect Maren and see how it goes.
Yeah, right. I have his website pulled up on the other side of the screen. But
oh, he already got the website visit. He already knows. It already dinged him and said Maren's on the site. He's ready.
You act like I have budget for things like that. Come on now.
No, but for real, I will tell you, if you go to Warmly, 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 they are free. They do have a soft kind of version. I use it at the SD Lab. So you can do that, Chris, is you can link it and have the team do that. And then you'll get it in your Slack. It'll send you alerts as people visit the site. Now, it's not like going to break down exactly who it is, but it will tell you like location, details, company name. And I've actually converted 3 meetings out of Warmly from being able to at least know if like people are looking at my content, going to the website, doing stuff. So you can check out Warmly, Chris, and that'll at least give you some heads up of who's visiting the site, and they're a little bit warmer, you know?
I will
Because
definitely
if you're
check that out.
prospecting a company, well, yeah, if you're prospecting a
Life
big
hacks.
company and you see them come through the website like 3 or 4 times, then, you know, you can go reach out to that company and you know it's working. You know, and there's different approaches. Do you say, hey, I see you looking at my website, or do you just kind of play it off? You know, I had yesterday I was at the Sendosa retreat, and this lady came through, and you guys, my mind was blown. This lady came through, sat down at my coffee chat, 634,000 LinkedIn followers, top 10 keynote speaker, like had 152,000 people to her newsletter. Like, this lady was awesome. And she was asking about that, like, oh, people say it all the time to me. They'll call me and be like, hey, I saw you were on my website. And I think it's so weird. And I'm like, what do you mean? So it was just funny because she brought it up from the prospect side of like, hey, I don't like when they do that. Like, I'd rather them come in and just kind of have a conversation with me, not call out that like I was on your website. And I was like, interesting. But Warmly, for those that don't know, we'll give you site traffic just on a low level, and then you can pay and get all the cool details. So that could be
clip
for you,
this section, Tom, of this video and send it to them for the next Phonathon and get them to sponsor. Be like, look, we're pushing your stuff for free, so why don't you pay us for it?
Yeah, Alan's probably going to be mad at me because I completely forgot to reach out to him in all the chaos of getting sponsors and things. I realized it like 48 hours ago. And I was like, why didn't I ask Alan and talk to him at Warmly? So yes, Chris, I'm already eating the frog on that one. I'm just like, dang it, I should have reached out to him. So Alan, if you're watching, my bad. We'll get you on the next one because Warmly is really cool. So yeah. But yeah, they're a cool tool, and it's free, light version. It'll give you the Slack alerts, and you'll be ready to rock. So good plug there. But otherwise, yeah, we could dial in. I'm sure most of you already are. Maren, do you want to cover the logistics of what happens as calls come in, and just so everybody knows, like, as they start talking, how we're going to maneuver and all that good stuff?
Yeah. So if you get a call, just make sure that you have us muted. You can do that by right-clicking on the tab where you are streaming this, and click Mute Site. That will allow you to have your phone call uninterrupted if any of us are making commentary or giving feedback, and then we can kind of reiterate that once you get back with us. But we will try to. I'll try to keep an eye on who's actually getting calls, and then everyone else, we can just kind of chat about it.
So obviously we're not going to mute ourselves when we get a call, but if somebody's already talking, can you mute us in case we lose track of all the...
I can.
Okay.
Yes.
We can. Yep. And then if you do mute, just know once you wrap up your call to then unmute the tab, because we'll start talking to you, and then sometimes people will get snagged and be like, "Oh, I can't hear you." Like, just unmute once you're done.
Yeah.
But if anybody gets snagged, yeah, we have the power on the screen to like move you, mute you down, so that way we're not all crossing. Because 3-4 calls come through, it can be challenging.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be cold calling for SD Lab, so I'll be calling some digital marketing agencies myself for outsourced appointment setting. Found it as a good lane for the company. A lot of digital marketers know how to do marketing, but they don't know a sales funnel. They don't even know what SDR is. So it's been good for us. So that's what I'll be calling into as I'm in here. But yeah, let's get some calls on here and see what we got going on. I want to see who gets the first one booked for the day.
Let's party.
I'm gonna bet on who's my horse I'm betting on today, Maren. Who do I think is gonna get one first? I'm gonna go with.
Is he frozen?
I think he's frozen.
I think he froze.
He's really deep
I
in
guess he's
thought.
not going
Oh,
with
no.
anyone.
So dramatic.
Oh,
I'm going to
man.
go with...
So,
The anticipation. Who's he going to go with? He got so distracted. Megan just put in the private chat that she has a lead for him to call.
I do have a lead for him.
He got so distracted that he just jumped on it right away, apparently.
Yeah, so distracted.
He actually left the building. He's going to go see them in person because
Yeah,
normally
he's
gave him
running.
the location data. So he's like, meeting? I'll book a meeting. I'll show up.
No, my guess is that I was in Vegas last week for a conference, and I swear it was always in the middle of a meeting that the internet just like cut out of the entire hotel. Like I was just like, what just happened?
Yeah.
So
I've actually had that happen too in Vegas, where it's just like, it's probably because they're so big.
it's too much happening. There's too much people happening. Who knows? All the slot machines throwing everything off. You never know.
Oh, who
Oh,
are you
he's
going
back.
with? The anticipation, Tom. You're killing us.
Y'all, I am so sorry. Hotel life. This is what happens. My horse is Allie. I'm gonna go with Allie.
Hi, Sean. This is Allie with Harry. Just giving you a voicemail to follow up on my email. My phone number is 405-868-6366. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. All right, bye-bye.
Allie's been killing it. Allie's been killing it recently with the LinkedIn game pretty heavily. She's been doing an amazing job really building a following and network on LinkedIn that is doing a ton of work, really just driving traffic and driving attention from some pretty big restaurant groups, which is amazing.
Get it, Allie. Get it.
Yeah, there you go. Proud of you, Allie. LinkedIn makes a big difference. We can all attest to that, right? We all have brands. We all post. Everybody's pretty well known in their community. How, if anybody could take it, what did building a brand for you on LinkedIn do towards your cold calling and your sales process? Because obviously you all did it before LinkedIn and having a brand to now having one. What kind of changed for you, or what impacts did it bring as you went to market?
Hi, Samantha. It's Allie with Harry. Just following up with my email I sent you yesterday regarding our employee engagement platform. Would love to hear back from you either way. So my phone number is 405-868-6366. All right, looking forward to hearing from you soon. All right, bye-bye.
I will say this, my LinkedIn network and building the brand on LinkedIn allowed me to really hire. Obviously, when I came to Harry and had to build a team from the ground up, I had so many amazing, like say, top tier level talent of SDRs reaching out that I was basically given the opportunity to pick like the brightest and shiniest diamond from an entire bucket of diamonds. Really, it was awesome, and so that for me was a huge factor.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. Lydia, Chris.
I was going to echo that actually, because I've never really sold to the sales world. And I feel like a lot of my network is in the sales and marketing side of things. But I remember when I put up my first job posting, I think it was at Visier at the time, so probably going back about 2 years, I think we got like 600 something applicants. And I was just like blown away by the quality of people reaching out and really getting kind of the pick of the litter when it comes to hiring. So it made a huge, huge difference from that perspective.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, especially for job applicants. Shout out to Clint Hinkle. Clint's had that happen to him, right? He builds an incredible brand. He's had to go and look for jobs or help somebody. And I mean, hundreds of likes, hundreds of applicants will come through because people get to know you, right? They get to know your brand, right, Chris? They know what you stand for. They know if you're at this company, cool, there's some validation there. And it makes people want to join. A lot of times we join companies for the people, not for the product or what it has, but just the people that we get to, interact with, or the sales leader you're going to get to work under, What about you, Michelle? Did LinkedIn change your sales process?
She have us muted.
She's too cool for you.
Does. Wow, that's cool, Michelle. Oh, she is like in it. Look, she has no idea. Michelle. Yeah, she out. Oh, is she there? There she is. You were zoned in, girl.
Well, I was hoping I was going to get a pickup, but this isn't my favorite time of day to call. I like to do end of day because I feel like most of my prospects, I call sales and sales enablement. Like they're the folks that are in meetings back to back all day. So like 3 to 4:30 Central is my sweet spot. But you know what? We're here.
Hey, trying it out, switching it up.
Did you have a question for me, or were you just worried that I had gone into a caffeine coma?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. We were like, what happened to her? She glitched out. My question was, she's a robot, guys. These are all AI callers, by the way. That's the real bomb. We were going to tell you all. These are all AI people. Nobody's actually real here. My question was, how did LinkedIn improve your sales process when you started building a brand? What kind of impacts did you see once you started kind of getting well known in the community and then started cold calling or doing your sales motion? What outcomes or impact did it have?
Yeah, so I would say a couple things. For me, LinkedIn really was more of during, like, I'm an extreme extrovert. I know it's shocking to people, but like during pandemic, working from home, really just trying to like connect with folks and like learn from other sales teams. When I really started getting active on LinkedIn, I was on a team of 3, which was awesome.
Hey, Petra, this is Allie from Harry, following up on my voicemail from yesterday regarding our employee experience platform. We'd love to hear back from you either way. I will also be sending you an email shortly, so if you just want to respond to that, that's totally okay. All right, have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.
But yeah, so just like connecting with folks and then really just like, learning from other people, being able to learn from other teams. And then from a sales perspective, I think it's interesting, right? Like there's a lot of strong opinions about personal brand. I personally don't think that everyone needs to be active on LinkedIn. If you're selling to construction workers, like there are a lot better ways to get in front of them. But I do think for me, selling into go-to-market functions for pretty much my last few roles, it's just a great way to be a little more familiar, to engage in ways that are a little bit more natural, and to have more, warm conversations versus everything just being this like, hard cold output.
Very true. I think it's a good point, right? It warms things up. I jumped in September of 2020. I was a director, had a team of 7. And once I started posting, it was really crazy because when I started cold calling folks, they'd be like, oh yeah, I'm familiar, Tom. I've seen your post. What's up? Why are you calling? It like changed. It was really interesting to me to just be more known because I was connecting, I was engaging in their content, I was out there in the streets of LinkedIn, and it started influencing my cold calls, which was really, really cool to watch it kind of unfold. But as you said, not everybody needs to be on the platform. It's if your ICP is there, right? Like if your ICP is really living there, if you're selling to sales folks, you're selling to marketers, things like that, then it makes sense. But if you're selling to construction, those guys ain't sitting on LinkedIn. Those ladies aren't over there. There's other ways to, you're probably doing in-person stuff, right? Stopping by the office, bringing some cookies, meeting the office manager, doing some stuff like that. LinkedIn's not going to pop off for you in that nature. Very good point. I want to jump into
Michelle from Unifor. How's it going?
Oh, here we go.
From Unifor, you weren't expecting my call, but do you have just a moment for me to share why I'm reaching out today? All right, thank you so much.
A good permission-based opener. Hey-yo.
Permission opener. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I feel like lately I've been getting a lot more nice but hangups. Chris, you're anti-permission based, right? Or what's your
totally anti-permission-based opener because of what just happened to you. I don't want to give him an out. Like I get him on the phone. I'm not going to give him the free pass to get out. I will I'll come in with like, hey, it's Chris from Sherpa. How have you been? I know you weren't expecting my call. And here's just like a quick snippet as to why I'm calling, just to kind of try and get him on the hook a little bit.
I think the
That's
tone
my
is like
go-to.
everything. One, your tone, and two, picking up on their tone. I had myself
Mhm.
muted. I was really disappointed in myself because I'm just clearly not tech savvy. But I called a guy just now. I heard kids in the background and I went, oh gosh, sounds like I've caught you in the middle of something. And he kind of giggled and said, yeah, I'm on vacation. And I was like, oh, enjoy. Talk to you later. Sent him a LinkedIn request and said, hope you're staring at a beach somewhere. And he's probably going to accept it. I'm going to send an email that says the same thing. And like, someone did that to me once when I was in Hawaii a couple months ago, and I'm like actively evaluating their product at this point because he sent me this email with like, this like human, go figure, right? So I think it comes to tonality, right? Picking up on it, adapting yours based on what they're saying. If you hear something happening in the background, clearly they're not going to have 30 seconds. But I'm all about like, can I tell you why I reached out and you can decide if it's worth talking? I mean, that's kind of permission, but it's also kind of like, hey, I'm a human and I realize that this might not be interesting for you.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm anti permission based opener. I will only do them if, again, with practice, you can start picking up on listening cues, right? So if somebody answers, you can kind of get an idea.
Oh man, okay. Yeah, this is. Oh, I am so sorry. Well, have a great rest of your day. I apologize. All right, bye-bye.
I have gotten a lot of cold calls lately. I've got.
Oh man.
What happened, Allie?
Oh, go ahead, Megan.
She's muted. Is she here?
Oh, I thought I unmuted myself.
No, you're
Sorry.
fine.
So her name was Maureen, but it was not Maureen from the company I was calling. And she goes, well, are you calling for Maureen from Marriott?
She must get a lot of those.
She's like, I have nothing to do with any of that. And I was like, I am so sorry. She's like, no, it's fine. Like, this just happens all the time. So I just have my script ready. And I was like, again, I'm so sorry. Have a great rest of your day. And she was like, thank you.
Guys flag
That's
it.
crazy.
I try to. I don't know what the database providers do with that tidbit of information, but then I always like to tell them where I got their number. I'm like, you should call them and have this removed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or at least notify them that they have it incorrect,
Yeah.
I get those periodically. But that's crazy. She gets it like that often enough to where she's built like a knee-jerk response to it and is very aware of like, if you're asking, it's not for me. And she knows.
That
That's
makes
crazy.
me sad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she was really nice about it though. So
There you
that's
go.
good. She wasn't like, one of the mean ones. She was just like, she was laughing and she's like, this happens all the time. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Oh man.
What were you gonna say,
flag.
Megan, about cold calling? You get a lot of them? Where'd she go? Megan?
I know might have been Michelle.
I think
You
she
said that.
they're in mode. It is end of quarter, so be mindful, right? It is end of quarter for all of us. It's a big day. Trying to close out strong. A lot of our callers are going to be doing the same thing. So again, that's what we're here for. It's just kind of make it fun together. You're already going to be out cold calling, doing your job anyway. So why not do it together as a group and have some fun? Yeah, Megan looks like she's in a heated call. She's doing something, putting out a fire.
No, she's just dealing with Salesforce.
There you go. Good old Salesforce.
She's
Hey, Jen, it's
traveling
Megan Hardy calling from Harry.
Really long
I
time.
know we connected with you at Mertech, but we're not able to schedule any time afterwards. If you could give me a call back, my cell phone is 616-822-2060. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye.
Boom.
Oh, she's making calls.
There we go. I did bring up something did come up, and if you're open to it, Allie, I want to bring up voicemails. So you've left a few.
Yes.
Megan just left one. And I'm just curious, Chris, Lydia, Michelle, what your thoughts are, because I hear you kind of pitching on the voicemail, Allie, right? You're like, hey, this is it. This is what I'm calling for.
Yeah.
What do you three, Lydia, Chris, or Michelle, think when leaving a voicemail? What's like your go-to, or how are you leveraging voicemails now when you are cold calling folks?
Mine?
And then I'll share my 2
Please, all
cents.
of the tips.
Yeah, mine's usually pushing them to another channel because the chance of a callback is pretty rare. Like I've personally never called anybody back, but if I can put a name to the number, then there's less probability of getting flagged as spam. Also, the carriers will pick up on the fact that you're dialing a million people and not leaving any voicemails, like all your calls are under 2 seconds. Like that's a big red flag. And so mine's typically like, hey, Tom, no need to call me back. Just wanted to let you know I sent you an email. Would love to hear your thoughts. Bye.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, simple.
Yeah, I totally agree. And Ali, I love what you were doing. We're like, hey, sent you an email. Like, go check that out. Sometimes I'll drop in like what the subject line of that email is, or I'll crack a joke about it and be like, hey, it's Chris calling from Sherpa. I know I hate checking voicemail and I won't call people back, so I won't ask you to do the same. I did send an email. Hit me up there. Something like that, just to Lydia's point, push them to another channel that's got less friction to respond. But that's usually my go-to as well.
Also, nowadays for me nowadays, especially because the translator, I don't actually have to listen to it. It reads it to me. I want it to be short enough that I don't have to click past that see more or have to listen, right? I want to be clear and concise and short enough that that translator reads it so they know, oh, this person is a real person. This person said to go check out my emails. I'm going to go look, right? It can be very short, sweet, direct, so that that translator is like, it's Megan from Harry. Go check out my emails.
Because they can be watching it. If everyone's on the latest iOS update, like when that call comes in, you literally push voicemail and it says waiting, and it's waiting for them to leave a message. That's like a missed opportunity if you're not doing that. And then if you've left voicemail on your first call and you call back again, it'll say maybe, and there'll be a name and not just spam likely.
Yep.
Ooh, okay.
And if your phone number is in your email signature, I don't use the same phone number, but that could be another potential benefit.
What do you got, Michelle? Anything to add or piggyback off of?
No, I would say pretty much the same, but I would say, if I've got a sequence, a series of calls, that's going to be, let's call it like, I don't know, once or twice, not necessarily on every call, but to the same point of either, pointing it to something or following up. Like Chris, I'll, reference a subject line or say like, sent you a video on LinkedIn or whatever it might be, rather than getting the call back. What I will say though, is sometimes people don't like, they see a missed call and they do call back, and I always answer and I'm like, you're probably going to regret this. This was a cold call, but now that we're here, can we chat? And like most of the time, and again, I'm calling into sales leadership trainers, so it's a different persona, right? But most of the time they'll be like, all right, give me your 30-second pitch, or like, what do you got? So that's always funny though, because I'm like, you actually cold called me. Like, this is a little role reversal.
Right? You called me back, right? Little reverse Uno.
But yeah, so that's always a funny one that I always like. But it's like, Lydia was saying, it's rare that you got a call back on that.
That's what I was hoping for, is to kind of showcase to you, Ali, like, in your voicemail, I usually leave it on your first outreach to this person, right? If you are calling them for the first time, hey, it's Ali with Harry Group. No need to call me back. I did just want to let you know I shot you a email titled XYZ. Would love to hear your thoughts on if this is a top of priority for you right now. Talk to you soon. And that's kind of your voicemail, right? Or you could say, hey, I dropped you a note on LinkedIn. You might be able to see it in your inbox, but I would really love to gather,
It's
catch
Megan
your
with
thoughts
Harry.
on that.
Wanted to give you a call. We've talked with some of your team, and they told us that you were the best person to chat with. So I will send you an email, and if you could follow up, that'd be great. Thanks so much. Bye now.
There you go. Yeah, you don't have to do the number thing anymore of like, it's not the 90s where you used to have to be like, hey, it's, Michelle, my phone number is 40, and do it 3 times, make sure they get to write it down.
Well, Well, I do have this setting on where, because like because we call over all over the country. So I use the local number setting in outreach. So that's why I leave my personal number, because sometimes I've gotten emails where they say, oh, I thought your phone number was this, but it wasn't. And I still really haven't figured that out, but that's why Megan's doing a good training for us next week. But that's why I leave my phone number. But also I love kind of bringing them, the feedback of putting them into another channel, which is email, which is a lot more digestible. And then also just keeping it simple where it's like, hey, no need to call me back, because I personally hate calling people back.
Speaking
So-
of local
Yeah, you
presence,
take that burden off.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you guys.
I was going to say, what's
Go ahead,
everyone's
Lydia.
feelings on local presence? I personally absolutely hate it.
Oh, I'm
I feel
interested
like
on
I need
this.
to like Megan, like she's my boss.
Yeah, right. Like Allie's got
Earmuffs, Megan. No, I'm just kidding. I just think it's so
funny because
like it's rude. I don't know.
I have a give or take about it, because when someone calls me with local presence, I get annoyed because I'm in sales. But when we're calling restaurant people, a lot of times it's a little bit different,
guess it does
especially the
depend on
industry
your
that we're calling
industry.
into.
Yeah.
I feel mixed. We're trying it for now. How's that as an answer? We're trying it for now. If we continue to see problems with it, we'll turn it off. We are very much in the trial phase in our role right now, and so we're going to try it for a little while and see what it does.
I love that answer.
Yeah, same. Thank you.
Also,
I guess I'm
really
lucky.
mad y'all.
Too.
I'm mad y'all couldn't hear the other side of that call, because the guy was like, the best way to reach me is to text me, and now I'm going to text him
Hell
and see
yeah.
if he responds to his text.
Let's go.
I was just gonna say I
So
use
two
a
things we'll
dedicated
bring
number,
up,
but
yeah.
I'm lucky in that I live in the Bay Area and everybody recognizes my area code, so I probably have good reasons for being biased. Sorry, Tom.
No, you're good. I think local presence is too overthought. Like, people are going too hard with that one and overthinking it. I think, like, I don't know if it has that big of a make or break thing as much as like other stuff, right? Like a voicemail, texting, those things are a little different. But like, if my system is calling to where I can have a local number to you, I don't see why it's that big of a deal. And
Yeah.
honestly, when most people call me, I don't even look at the number. I could care less. Like, I don't even pay attention. It's almost like, do you have an email signature, right? You get these, Lydia, you did an email deliverability course, right? You know this. Like, people think this email signature has to be this long drawn out thing, and nobody cares. Like, nobody cares. Nobody's looking at them. I've never looked at them in a sales prospecting email and been like, oh, this is an SDR or a CEO. Like, I could care less. I'm more concerned about the context of the email than what it ends on. And then so I think the same thing with a
Colby,
cold
it's
call.
Allie with Harry. No need to call me back, but I heard that you are a fan of ours from one of my colleagues over here. So just wanted to see if you got my email yesterday. Just trying to set some time for early next week, and would love to hear your thoughts. So looking forward to hearing from you soon. All right, bye-bye.
Also, why the hell do you have to put your email in your email address in your signature?
Why would you do that?
That too.
Right. It's in you're sending the email.
That's like your email. Hey, hi, Lydia here. Like,
No, don't do that. Kills me.
Yeah, I think email signatures are way too overdone. You don't need links. Like, I work with clients, right? I work with these people, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, why is all that necessary? Like, it's simple. Put your name, put your website, and maybe like your phone number, like, and if that. But like, really, just sign off with your name and title, and that's it. Now, I do dislike people that have no signature. I will say, from a client perspective and working with prospects, I really hate when they email me back and I go to look at it to get my investigation skills on, and there is no signature.
How
and I'm
dare
like,
you not put your mobile number in your signature?
Okay, Lydia gets it. Like, I'm like, come on, man, I need some data here. And the email signature has like just their initial. They'll just respond with like, with a C for Chris. And I'm like, yo, like, I need more than that. What's your title? What's your email? What's your phone number? All the good stuff.
I had
I
someone
feel that way when
respond to
someone-
an email yesterday with just their
Did you?
first name, last name, exclamation point, out.
Yeah.
They literally typed out. And I was like, honestly, like, business email sign off.
I kind of dig that vibe.
Kind of respect.
I kind of love it. Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
This
I'm
email
not mad
finds
at
you. It's exactly that energy.
All right, I'm out.
I love
Deuces.
an out of office that doesn't say when they're returning. It's just
Mm.
like I'm
Oh, yeah.
out of the I'm out of the office. And I'm like, good for you. Go to a beach. Don't ever come back. like that meme. Where it's
Hi,
like,
Raluca. It's
what?
Chris giving you a call from Sherpa. It's always nice giving a fellow Montrealer a ring. No need to call me back. I actually sent you an email earlier today titled SOT 2024. You can find the reason for my call there, and always hit me back via email. Looking forward to it. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Flawless execution.
Rachel had a good question. So one of the attendees, I'm assuming they're referencing maybe the local presence. Rachel, can you jump in and say which one you were referring to? I know we've talked on a few things, but I got to assume it's the local presence stuff in EMEA.
Oh, also, Rachel is one of my teammates from London. So, woo!
Fun fact, the text message worked. He instantly responded. The text message worked. He instantly responded. He said, thanks, I'm on vacation this week. Email me a time. Please email me.
Woo!
She's going through all the channels. Look, started with the cold call, now the text, and then they're moving to email. He's just progressing her along. Next, he'll say, hey, drop me a LinkedIn. Drop me a note on LinkedIn.
But he read it. Like, he instantly read the message. Like, I sent it, and he even has read receipts on, y'all. So I saw that he read that message at 11:57 my time.
Woo!
Sheesh. Did you all see, shout out to Joshua Bailey. He is with Sailboat, one of our sponsors. Joshua's here. We all know him very well. This man yesterday went super viral, which was super cool to watch because he said, let's all thank Slack that they don't have message read receipts on the platform. And he had like 2,500 likes. People blew up on it. So shout out to you, Josh, because I thought it was incredible. And people were like, absolutely not. Slack better never like add read receipts on there because we would all be in trouble. Go look at his post. It was incredible. It was a great post, and it had like 2,500 likes now. And I'm like, dude, he just hit a good nerve. But that's cool, Megan. Yeah, I hate when I could see read receipts, especially with a prospect, because that just like kills the soul if they don't respond. You're like, dang, you saw it and didn't even acknowledge me. Like, I really missed the mark on that one.
What's killed me recently is you send somebody like a little coffee card or something like, hey, looking forward to meeting. And they go and they redeem the card and then ghost. Come on now.
Yeah. They take the coffee and run. They're like,
yeah, I'm like, oh, they clicked the card. They're going to get back to me. Yes. No.
Chris, how are you going to out me like that? Come on.
Michelle's here like, free coffee, don't mind if I do.
Literally, if anyone wants to pitch me, I'm happy to accept gifts. I don't think I have any rules against that. I love coffee, craft beer. Hit me up. Hit the DMs. Ready and willing to listen.
To one of our sponsors, Sendoso, right? That's what gifting is all about. Obviously, you can have two sides to the coin where, like Chris said, you can gift and it may not, lead to what you want. That's why with gifting, you kind of got to come from a place of, regardless of what happens, you're just going to build that relationship with them, and you got to risk it, right? Risk it for the biscuit, as I like to say, and people say. You just got to risk it for the biscuit, right? Try it out. And sometimes they do. They grab the gift and they run. But, that's okay. But gifting is a great way. Gift cards. Grove Cookies is partnered with Sendoso. Everybody's been getting cookies. If you had to, has anybody on the panel not had Grove Cookies yet? Who hasn't had them?
Don't ship
What?
to Canada.
Oh, Canada, yeah.
They don't ship to
Canada.
I've got vacation planned in April in the US. And the first thing I did was sent Graham a message at Grove saying, I need cookies.
That's a smart idea.
On our team is amazing. She's awesome. I love that team. Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. That's a good idea, Chris. Go to a U.S. location real quick and have them ship over there real fast. Because I tried to send some to Martin. Martin said the same thing. Yeah. He's like, Tom, let me get some cookies. And I was like, cool, I'll send it over to you. And then he got denied. And he was like, bro, it's Canada. And I was like, dang it, I forgot.
Yeah.
So he can't get them either.
Heartbroken.
So,
I literally
Grayson,
was on a call with Grayson trying to get them to Canada. Like he was changing his website up. We were going through the whole process, and then it was finally like, okay, I got it. Oh crud! Shipping is like $25 for 15 bucks for the cookies. Never mind. Heartbreaking.
I tried to mail
it's a
enamel
problem.
pins to a friend in Toronto one time, and it ended up being like almost $100 to mail 2
Jeez.
little tiny like.
That's not okay. It's too expensive. Megan, I will look to get you some Grove cookies though. Since you haven't had them, I will hook you up. Since you got a referral from me, you came through on the show, so I will send you some.
Look at that.
Yeah. Listen, it builds
I will
relationships.
never turn down cookies.
Oh, and wait till you have these. Ask Lydia and Michelle and Maren. When you get some Grove cookies, I don't know what they're making over there, Grayson. I don't know what you and your wife have in the batter.
Hey, Deidre, this is Allie with Harry.
Every
Just
time I
following up
see
on
a
my
new
LinkedIn
flavor, I'm
message
just
from
like,
earlier this
why?
morning. Would love to schedule some time. I know that you expressed interest, so just want to get something on the calendar. Looking forward to hearing from you soon, and I love your post again on LinkedIn. Bye.
I love the
compliment
reference to the
ego.
LinkedIn post. Yeah, that was awesome.
That was good. A little boost to the ego there, Allie. Nice work.
A little strokey stroke.
Yeah.
Chris,
Look to it like that, Lydia.
I am a woman. How dare you? By the way, you guys, I ordered Grove cookies for my housekeeper, for my gardener, for all the staff downstairs for Christmas, and they were a huge hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
First
are.
time I ever
they're
got
cracked.
Grove
My
cookies.
kids love them. When?
Was from Michelle and Riley after the very first phonathon.
Oh,
Because they're the sweetest.
that was so nice.
I
didn't
was like,
get
where were
anything.
mine?
Wow.
I'm now gonna like
Yeah, they
sit
hooked up
at
the
my front.
co-host and
I'm
then
gonna
just
sit at my
dipped on
front.
me.
I'm gonna sit at my front door and just like wait for them to come. Like I'm just gonna. The anticipation is going to kill me.
They are good. They have, so you get a half baker dozen. There's 6 cookies, and they are like a sugar cookie with sprinkles, a Hershey's, like an Oreo cookies and cream. They have the new Sender Doodle. And so that was Katie's.
It's so good.
Oh my God, it's crack. I swear it's, I don't know what they did to the Sender Doodle. It's like a snickerdoodle. It's delicious. They got chocolate chip, which my wife is a big chocolate chip girl. She makes them homemade, and she was even very thoroughly impressed with Grove and had the chocolate chip.
The
and
double
as we know,
chocolate
making
is
a
my
chocolate
jam.
chip is like, yeah,
Ooh,
like,
I do love the funfetti cookie.
Yep, those are
the
pretty
funfetti.
good.
Yeah, yep. So yeah, Grove.
It's
is
so
where it's
simple,
at.
but it's so good.
Yeah. So shout out to you, Grayson. Shout out to Grove. You could tag them in the comments. Let them know that we're raving about these cookies because now I want some. And they're good any time of the day, especially in a cup of coffee for my coffee peeps. Chris, once you get yours, dip it in some coffee. Game over. Very delicious. And it looks like Samantha. Look, we even got Samantha ordering now. She gets free cookies for subscribing. So she's in. So shout them out. They are delicious. Their whole boxing too. Their packaging is really cool. Yeah. And now that they partnered with Sendosa and you could just ship them whenever you want, like you can't go. And it's universal gift too, I think, which is cool. Sometimes trying to find a gift is hard, but everybody loves cookies. Someone call Grayson. Somebody call him. We should call him live on the show and ask him about why he's not shipping to Canada. Really put him on blast.
He could just charge. I mean, I bet you somebody like Chris at some point would gladly pay the $25 for shipping.
I would rather take a
really-
vacation and get them there than pay $25 to get cookies.
If somebody really
That's
wants a
what-
meeting
that's
with
what Chris
Chris,
is
then
doing.
you better pay the $25.
I might get hooked on them
For
once I
real.
try them, though. And
You might just have to move here.
That's what's gonna hurt you, Chris. Is it's like Pringles, man. Once you pop, you can't stop. I'm gonna tell you. Once you have your first cookie, you're gonna be mad when you go back to Canada.
I'm sure.
But you know how it is when people go up to Canada, they come back with those maple leaf cookies. Like they're the biggest thing out. Like people go specifically for those maple cookies. So, kind of vice versa. Like I know I have family up in Canada that will come through from Quebec and stuff, and they always rave about these little maple leaf sandwich like maple cookies. So.
The maple cream in the middle.
Yep. My cottage cheese just didn't do it for me this morning.
I was just thinking that.
No.
I was just
It's
thinking that. I was
delicious.
like, I'm hungry. It is
Not
lunchtime
delicious.
here, and I have not a plan for lunch.
You guys, I have a really shameless plug right now for Trellis Dialer. That's what I've been using this morning, and they just did some amazing updates. I've been dialing on top of Apollo. I'm at almost 40 dials for this 30-minute window. Just had to say how happy I am.
Got like 4, but whatever.
Do you have a link? Drop it. Drop that link.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I'll give you guys Dom's profile. I don't get anything for it. I just genuinely I'm obsessed with it.
And Dom's a super cool dude too, so like worth reaching
Hey
out to him.
Brandy, it's Allie with Harry from LinkedIn. Just trying to get back in touch with you. I know that we had some time scheduled for earlier this week, but again, just wanted to reschedule. I'm about to send you an email, so look forward to hearing back from you. All right, have a great day. Bye-bye.
I don't think I can post in. I'm so technically challenged this morning. But I put his LinkedIn in the chat for us.
There we go. Very nice. Awfully quiet start to the day. We have about 10 minutes in the first panel. Who is going to get one on the board?
Oh, man.
I just want to connect.
I just want
right?
I know,
The
right?
conversation. Welcome to cold calling in 2024. You know, ironically enough, as we pre-prepped this show, it was really shocking to me, and I was telling Maren this. A lot of people anti-cold calling nowadays. A lot of people that were past cold callers with us that we reached out to were like, "Look, I hate cold calling. I'm not doing it. It's not something I'm doing." And I was actually pretty shocked by it because, you know, I still believe in cold calling. I still think it works very, very well. But this new age of sellers, and with kind of, I guess, the work smarter, not harder approach, right? There is other avenues now through LinkedIn, through, you know, gifting, events, micro, you know, events, all this different stuff that you can do. What's your guys' take? Is cold calling still alive and thriving, or is cold calling dying?
Well, I think for me, like, it's something that I have a conversation with my AEs pretty consistently, and shout out to them if they're watching. But a good thing is that they're all pretty much industry pros, and what they say is that like every touch matters. So if I send an email and then they
James,
reach out,
Michelle from Unifor. How's it going?
Oh, here it comes. She's getting it.
Awesome. Well, you weren't expecting my call, but I saw that you're leading sales and client relations. Mind if I share how we're working with other sales leaders like yourself? Yeah, so essentially I'm reaching out because we have a tool that helps sales leaders to get better insights from the conversations they have with prospects and customers virtually. Is that something that y'all are doing today? Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries. Are you meeting with customers over Zoom or Teams, or mostly in person? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, you know, maybe a different question for you when you're meeting with customers. Are you finding that you're spending a ton of time prepping for calls, on follow-up, kind of gathering notes, that kind of thing? Yeah, no worries. Do you think that you know, it's something you'd be willing to take a couple of minutes just to check out, and then, you know, let me know if it seems valuable. And then I can, you know, reach out to other people on the team that might be responsible for actually evaluating it. That is fair. That is fair. That is fair. Although if it could save you time in the future, you know, maybe there's a trade-off there. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, I'll shoot you a connection on LinkedIn, and we can just stay in touch in case you change your mind. Perfect. Thanks, James. Okay, can you guys hear me? Wait, are you guys muted? No, you're unmuted. Okay.
We can hear you. Yeah. What happened there? That went sideways real quick.
I mean, I got a little information, right? Like, I don't know. Okay. I think what's tough too is like VP of sales titles are really interesting, right? Because a lot of times, like sometimes they lead a team and they do have input on these decisions, and other times they're an individual contributor. So it is interesting. My goal is typically, if I can get more information, to reach out to the people who actually own the systems. I tend to lean towards that more than just trying to like hard book a meeting off a call. But I mean, I tried. He's like, nah, I'm not interested. But open to feedback if anyone has any.
I mean, I think you asked the right
He's our
questions.
certified coach. Yeah, go for it.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I loved your questions. Like, not everybody wants what we have, and that's okay.
Hi, Jeanette.
Very
It's Megan
valid
with
point.
Harry. Did I catch you at an okay time?
Ooh.
I know it's right around lunchtime. Can you hear me okay? Hello? Can you hear me? Jeanette, can you hear me?
Well, that was fun. That was a good fun one. You're on mute, Maren.
It's like the
There you
Verizon commercial.
Can you hear me now? How about
Can
now?
you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? Showing our ages around here real quick.
Try that again. That was
old
weird.
School commercials. Do the double tap, Megan. Get them.
I felt like she couldn't hear me.
That was weird. No, I think you did good on that call, Michelle. You did have great questions. I just laughed because all of a sudden he was like, cool, take me to LinkedIn or like stay in touch. And I was like, oh, all right. I thought we were going somewhere with this, man. Now you just tell me to follow up with you.
Oh, wait, because you guys can't hear the other side.
We cannot.
Okay. That's okay. So I need to provide more context. Clearly I've not had enough caffeine. So
yes.
I'm losing my mind, y'all. Okay, so yeah, so he picked up. I totally fumbled that opener. That was like really awkward and not smooth. And he was just like, okay,
hey, Jeanette, I'm so sorry. I think we got disconnected earlier and I wasn't able to hear you, but this is Megan from Harry. I know we spoke at the KFC event last week. I just wanted to give you a call back and get that meeting scheduled for you. I will send you over an email and hope you have a great day.
There you go. Samantha says it. They do that so they don't have to answer the questions. Like, hello? Oh, I can't hear you. I gotta go.
I 100% in our industry, I 100% called during lunchtime. I could hear lunchtime happening behind, and I think absolutely something was happening.
They were like, yep, I'm not taking this cold call. I'm just gonna play that I can't hear you, Megan. Hello? I can't hear you.
I did the same thing to someone in the restaurant industry like a couple of weeks ago. I like sent them a business email at like, I don't know, 4:00 on a Friday. And I was like, ooh, just kidding. You're going into like service.
Yeah.
Again, you would think, you sometimes think with some of these that they're either corporate people and they're in like a corporate office. And sometimes you go, maybe they're on the floor, maybe they're not on the floor. This person's job title would very much, you would think they'd be in a corporate office, but obviously that was not the case today.
Obviously not. Yeah. When I used to work at Yelp and call SMB and restaurants, right? Yelp was big there. We only could call them through a certain window, and that was, mid-afternoon when they were like between 1 and 3 when they were prepping the lunch shift change, and that was really it. you could only call between like 1 and 3, because in the morning they had their rush, and then in the evening they would go right into it. So you had just a small window calling those people that work the floor.
This is my third company to work with,
Always
obviously selling into the restaurant and hospitality space. And so for me, it's been so interesting to learn, that like you got that peak, that tiny little morning window from like 10 to 11, and then you've got that pre dinner from like 2 to 4:30 that you can get into, and it's really maximizing that time.
Yep. You have to, because otherwise, they're working the floor, they're behind the bar, they're doing stuff, they're in the back office doing schedules. Like, it's just it's not an all-day industry that you could just, rip calls from and just hope to get somebody. You've got to be very targeted during your windows. Very, very true. Well,
speaking of time
everyone,
blocks,
thank you all. Hey, there we go. Time blocks. We are wrapping up panel 1. You guys were all very, very incredible. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the insights. Allie, thanks for jumping on, going live, testing some stuff out. Hopefully the voicemail feedback will help. Again, just kind of...
Oh, it makes it so much simpler to... Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, you're
no, I'm saying it makes it so much easier and simpler to leave voicemails. So I really appreciate y'all's feedback on that.
Yeah. Especially if you run like an email campaign that day, you're going to send that email with that subject line, to those folks. You can send that campaign out during the morning and then do your call block, right? And just reference it and say, hey, you should see an email in the inbox from me titled XYZ. No need to call me back, but hope to talk to you soon. And then just end on that, right? You leave the burden off of them, and you redirect them to move further in the channel. Look at the doggy. Okay, Megan, got to bring in the dog.
It's the doggo.
Oh,
he's so cute. She's so cute.
All right. Thanks, gang.
All right.
See y'all later.
Thanks, gang.
I'll poke y'all if I get another block later, but see ya. Bye.
Yeah.
Good work, everybody.
Yeah. All right. Maren, you and I, we're going to get our first break in. We are going to let you all see a word from our sponsors. We got some cool commercials for them, about 6-7 minutes here. So take a look at them. We'll drop some links in the chat for these guys. But without further ado, let's get a word from our sponsors.
Ambitious sales leaders always strive for forward motion. You build processes that can be repeated. You coach reps with context. You set targets high. And you see the climb as your purpose. To help you reach your peak potential, we created Ambition, the revenue performance platform proven to boost sales activity, retain top talent, give sales managers valuable time back, and ultimately, get your organization to the top. Inspire lasting behavior change. Recognize reps in real time. Realize better business outcomes, now and into the future. Be greater with Ambition.
As seasoned sales experts, we know the frustrations with sales hiring: high turnover, costly search time and training, and the constant pressure for cost-effective pipeline generation. This is a huge shadow cost for your business. That's where Glen Coco comes in. Glen Coco is a game changer for your sales strategy. We offer an innovative marketplace where businesses post bounties for getting sales meetings with their ideal customers, booked directly to their calendar, shifting from the traditional model of hiring and staffing full-time sales development representatives. Rather than bearing the fixed costs of permanent sales staff or bloated agency retainers with no guarantee of success, this approach allows businesses to pay only for guaranteed, booked, qualified meetings. Our customers recommend us because our disruptive B2B sales platform comes with robust contractor quality controls and AI-assisted dynamic sales enablement modules trained on your campaign data, high data visibility that helps customers self-manage their campaigns with zero upfront costs or retainer fees, incredible campaign insights via our call recording capture system, Ready to ramp up your sales team and generate pipeline within hours instead of weeks or months? Visit glencoco.com today. Create your online account and see the difference for yourself. Say goodbye to high turnover and hello to a world of sales success.
I've spoken to over 50 VPs of sales, and I'm hearing the same thing over and over again. Reps are spending too much time on non-revenue generating activities. This is why Sailboat launched an MVP solution for sales leaders to see which activities impact revenue. Leadership has been focused on the overall count of how many calls were made, how many emails were sent, etc. But there's a huge need to dive deeper into the surface level data if we're looking to be proactive, that is. With Sailboat, sales leaders can easily click to integrate with their current tech stack, viewing their team's daily revenue generating activities. As you can see here, you have a full view of your sales rep's day through the lens of their customer interactions. Hey Levi, I don't know about this pitch idea, man. Can you just tell them what the hell Sailboat's goal is?
Oh man, sure. Yeah, it's easy. We're unlocking sales reps' time to maximize their impact.
That's it. And we're looking for sales leadership to join us and provide us feedback if they're up for it.
Sending delivers more meaningful engagement. Delivering the right gift with the right message and a more intelligent sending strategy starts right here. From plans and cookies to e-gifts and premium branded onboarding kits, you name it, we can source it, send it, and measure its impact. And since we're passionate about innovating the way businesses engage and connect, we're always looking for new ways to deliver a better experience for you. It all starts with our user experience. Our new marketplace user interface and our ever-expanding catalog has made finding that right gift that they'll remember you for even more simple. To better engage prospects and clients, now you can choose to further personalize address confirmation emails with images and your own messaging. Together, saving you time on following up, while also increasing redemption rates on anything you send. We grow as you grow. Our sending management platform, integrations, and partnerships allow you to scale across teams, budgets, and CRMs. Sending delivers countless ideas to customize your next sales, ABM, marketing, or onboarding campaign with more strategic impact and better engagement. Book a demo today and see how you can create a more human marketing experience.
This is your sales organization. And this is your sales organization without a structured sales process. Any questions?
We are back. Hello, everyone. We just heard a word from a lot of our sponsors. So shout out to them. As you guys seen, a lot of great tech, a lot of great options for you to look at. So feel free to tag them in the comments, check out some of the demos. We'll drop some links in the chat here in just a moment on that. But ready to welcome our next set of callers. Are you ready to bring them up, Maren?
Yeah, right now I know we have Sean Hurd in the queue. And I'm sure that people are just going to start trickling in. But Sean, we'd love if you introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up? Am I live?
You're live.
Cool.
You are live.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I'm Sean. I'm the director of growth here at Shift Group, where we take prior elite athletes, which is like college and pro and military prior people that served our country, so veterans, and we train them and place them into sales roles, primarily in B2B tech, but we're breaking into med device manufacturing and a bunch of other industries in the next couple of months. So yeah, I when I got out of the military in 2021, I became an SDR. Did pretty good, and so now I'm just trying to give back and help my fellow vets get into the industry.
We love you for it, Sean. We appreciate you. They deserve a fair shot just as much. So it's a good cause that you're putting up and doing. So we appreciate you being here. We have Carlos in the back. I don't know if Carlos is ready yet. You want to check in on that, Maren, but we do have Carlos too. And then we'll have a few others. Yeah. We did lose a few just due to technicalities. They just had a few lingering issues in getting in and end of quarter stuff. But we got Sean here for now. And if there's anybody on the audience that would like to come on, let us know. So what are you going to be calling through, Sean? What are you going to do?
I got a list of about 110 VP of sales and CROs, so I'm going to call them and see if they're hiring right now, and if they are, if they're interested in learning about adding vets and athletes to their sales team. So as far as like tech stack right now, I'm using a phone burner as a dialer. Actually, like you can call through your like headset or cell phone. I like calling through my cell phone on speaker, but I'll turn the speaker off so I'm not violating your rules. But I like that because I can kind of move around the room while I'm talking to people. So that's how I cold call.
Right.
But,
That was.
I'm always moving. I like to move too.
Tommy and I both have standing desks, and half the time we're pacing a little bit back and forth, but it doesn't work very well for live videos because you can tell.
I actually like when I'm listening to a lot of our fellows, I got 10 people cold calling for us at any one time, like, and they're on a call. I actually get up and like walk around too because they make me nervous or whatnot. But yeah, I'll get this going. Cool, I'm not by myself.
Oh, we got Seth here. Very nice.
Hello.
What's going on, Seth? How are you?
Very well. Can you hear me okay?
Sure can.
All right. Nice to meet y'all.
We can. Why don't you give us a little bit of an intro and then let us know what you're going to be calling?
Oh, boy. So thank you for having me here. The calling part, I'm here to coach. So so this is my first one, and I'm excited about just listening in and sharing any insight that I can give. My background is in sales. Been in sales my entire life, sales and marketing.
Brian, hey, this is Sean from Shift Group. I'm a prior military vet, and I'm just calling you today to see if you're hiring because what we do is we take vets and elite athletes and put them on sales teams. Is that something you're doing right now? Okay, are you do you actually have any like open recs right now? And then if they are, is it like entry level or is it more like an account executive? Okay, that makes sense. We actually, so we give them like, 30 hours of sales training, and they go on this portal called Shift Connect, where like sales leaders like you can go on there and look at videos of them doing live cold calling, live cold emails, account research. They even do a 30, 60, 90. I don't have a lot of, I'll be honest, I don't have a lot of success like trying to track down corporate people. I don't know if you would be willing to like look at it and like help me like be like an internal champion where you can say, hey, this is going to make my job a lot easier. I'm not, if you're willing to do that. Okay, that makes sense, man. I'm not going to push it. Hey, I just friended you on LinkedIn, and I'm going to put a note in my CRM that you're at least 6 months out from like bringing on a new rep. And I wouldn't be a good sales rep if I wouldn't follow up in 6 months. But I'm going to check in on you. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, man, I'll kick you an email with that on there, and then I look forward to following up with you. I appreciate the honesty. Yes, sir. All right, you too, man. All right, beat me up.
I mean, I don't have a lot to eat yet on, but I feel like you have so many different things that you are able to like relate with your
Yeah, like essentially he was like, hey, like I have this with a lot of bigger companies. He's like, hey, you got to go to corporate, like you got to go to corporate and talk to my HR. Tried to overcome that by being like, there's no chance that's going to happen. Just be honest with him. Like, it's not going to happen for me. And then he was like, I was like, hey, you want to be my champion? And then he was just essentially gave me this whole story about like it takes him 6 months to ramp people up, blah, blah, and he's not ready to hire right now. So,
I mean,
cool.
You got a lot of information out of him, though. He was talking.
Yeah. But I'll go ahead and hit him with not interested and keep it going.
Not interested for now.
Hey, Sean. Can you hear?
Yeah. What's up, man?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey. So obviously you kept them on. You kept this person on the phone for quite a while. What were you able to learn that you're able to then start moving up into that? The more the decision makers. You may not have someone who could like sign off today, but what did you learn that could help you hit that next level up?
Yeah, he told me essentially like his onboarding process and stuff like that. I didn't really get into who at like corporate deals with that, but that is a good feedback. I should have asked him like, hey, you mind referring me to somebody? I just haven't had a lot of success with that, but I appreciate that.
Yeah. So Sean, not the referring part.
Yeah.
But just taking someone and being able to get some really good information so that when you do speak to someone a little bit higher up, closer to the decision making, you now could come from a point of, from my understanding, it takes X amount of time to ramp up. What does that process look like? How's it been going for you? What are the, I understand some of the struggles, or maybe you find out this was a sales leader you were speaking with?
Yeah, he was a VP of sales.
VP of sales. So like, this is someone good that you could be like, from what I understand, there's, this is the struggle you guys are having. Am I off on that?
Yeah.
And then by coming in with having a little bit more information, it's going to allow you to connect, I think, a little bit better. So these people that are not, going to just like advocate for you because they don't know who the hell you are, but they could be a great source of information.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, appreciate it.
But great job, Sean.
Nice work. Well, we have a new guest with us that just came on. So Wasim, is it Wasim?
Yes, Wasim. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Sorry for joining late.
No, you're good. Why don't you give us a little bit of an intro and let us know what you call into and what you do?
Perfect. So just to give you guys an idea, what I'm going to be selling is disaster recovery and backup as a service managed by Veeam. Powered up by Veeam, but managed by CyberFortress. So I'm going to mostly be speaking with the most difficult people, which are CTOs, IT directors, people that really don't want to talk about cloud backup and disaster recovery, but let's see how that goes.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, thank you for being here with us. We're excited. Logistically, Maren, do you just want to let the group know how we kind of maneuver the calls and whatnot?
Absolutely. So while we are live streaming, we will only be streaming your side of the conversation, as you just saw with Sean. That is just for legal purposes to protect your prospects' information. As far as when you get a call, it's easiest for you if you right click on the tab that you are streaming from and mute the site so that you don't hear us chattering in the background and distracting you from your actual cold call. And then after that, you can unmute the site so that you can hear us. We can have a little chat about whatever you were just talking about and give some feedback.
Perfect. Sounds great. Let's do it. So I'm going to go into my list.
Wasim, what are you using to call today?
I'm using Dialpad.
Awesome.
Very nice. Like Dialpad crew, shout out to them.
Yes, I love the auto transcribe and the notes it gives you at the end of the call as well. Very helpful.
Very true. Mm-hmm.
So
we at the SD Lab have experimented with many dialers. I have used them through my career. Connect and Sell. Shout out to them. Orem, Phone Burner, Nooks. We'll have their team joining us in a little while. I have Martin MacArthur on my squad. For those that don't know, he is legally blind. So we have to be very choosy on some of the software that we need to have. So we partnered with Salesfinity because they're the ones that his screen reader can work with the best and have the best accessibility with. So shout out to them. They are a sponsor as well today. Patrick Joyce will be coming on and using them, so we could show you the power of those guys. But they just rolled out some really wicked new updates and features. But Salesfinity's been a real winner for us, and they're a parallel dialer or a single dial, and we like them. What are you using now, Maren? Where you're at? What do you got? What are they making you do? Manual?
Man, I'm back to my cell phone. But
Oh.
honestly, the industry that I'm in now, it's like mostly text messages and emails.
Oh,
which is
okay.
interesting.
Yeah. How's that transition been for you?
It's been good. Most of the phone calls that I have now are warm, so already know the general idea.
Hey, can I speak to Tracy?
Okay.
I'm sorry, who?
Tracy.
Can't figure out how to.
Oh, you don't have Tracy Ellis?
No.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Where are your leads coming from, Sean? Just kidding.
I don't know. No, I think that's a Zoom info lead.
Shout out to our friend Amir and the attendees. If y'all don't know Amir, follow him. He's incredible. Does a lot of work around AI. So he can show you how to use AI to create visuals and images and whatnot and prompts.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
I love that Michelle is still in the crowd with us, hyping us up. Here she is. Big Sean in the house.
Hey, so I got this saying. I just thought about it because I was a that was a gatekeeper. I got this. I learned this when I first was an SDR. I call it the act like you're meant to be there tone.
Yes.
So like when a gatekeeper answers, don't be like, hey, this is Sean from like all happy. I just say, hey, can I talk to Tyler, please? And like kind of a stern, but not being an a-hole. And sometimes they'll be like, oh shit, this person's like legit, and they just like push you through. It's just a tactic I use. I don't know if anybody else did.
No, it's a good one. Act the part, right? Act like they're expecting your call. The moment they can sense that they don't, right? They'll gate you, or they'll be like, hey, you don't know this person. But if you do come in like, hey, I'm here to talk to Sean. Can you pass me forward? And have that kind of nice, strong, stern tone, they'll pass you right along. What's your take
on
on
that
that,
note,
Sean?
too, a lot of the gatekeepers, I've had success with being like, actually, even if you can't put me through, I'm sure that you have a lot of the information I was calling him for anyway, and then kind of just ask them.
What helps me when I get a gatekeeper, I usually use the words disaster recovery, and they have no idea what I'm talking about. But once they hear the word disaster, they're like, okay. And they're like, what are you calling me, guys? I'm like, I'm just calling about disaster recovery.
Ooh, that'll get their ears to perk up.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, did we do something wrong? You're like, you did. Yes.
Yeah.
And
Or I'm like,
it's right now.
I'm like, it's regarding Veeam licensing.
Very nice. Our friend Amir says cold calling is dead. So
it's in Lydia's
sorry to waste
name.
all your time today, and sorry for all of you that have to cold call because it's just absolutely a disaster. Pour one out for the homie. As they say, just give a little pour. Amir likes to do this thing on Fridays where he does Disagree Fridays, and he'll just go through LinkedIn content and just disagree in the comments with anything and everything people post. It's the best day of the week.
I can't get anyone to pick up. I think that's the biggest challenge that I have. It's just once they pick up, I get to have some decent conversations.
It's very tough to get them to pick up and then get through kind of that first 60 seconds that you're trying to do, to get them to be intrigued enough to where they want to talk to you,
I just realized I should have picked a West Coast list because all my East Coast are probably chowing down on
lunch
burritos.
Lunchtime for them.
Lucy.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry, I had a technical. Hey, this is Sean from Shift Group. I'm a 22-year military vet, and what we do is we place vets and elite athletes in the people's sales teams. I was wondering if you're hiring right now.
Hey, yeah, well, actually, quit my job, but thanks.
Oh, you quit your job?
Oh, all right.
Shit, I should have took that off Speaker, I'm sorry.
That was a good one. She was like, definitely not. No, not me.
Dude, there was like a delay in that one for it. Usually I don't get that.
Right. That was wild.
She ain't hiring nobody.
Nope.
No, but there's a spot she needs filled, or their company needs filled right now that you know about.
That's it. Yep. Take note of that and call somebody else over there. Say, hey, I hear you got a role.
Gus. Hey, this is Sean. I'm from Shift Group. I'm a 22-year military vet, and what we do is take athletes and vets and place them in sales teams. So I was just calling to see if you were hiring. Yeah, that's what we do. We place in BDRs and account executive jobs. We have about 300 to 500 military vets and college and pro athletes, and I like to get them in front of sales leaders and get them jobs. So like, yeah, is that something you think you'd be interested in looking at?
Well, the majority of the opportunities that we have are 1099. We do have some W-2, but W-2s are really only for people who have experience in the industry. So would you people be?
No, we don't really operate well in like the 1099 environment because you know, we don't charge these vets or athletes, and the way we get revenue is like from the companies that hire them. So it's probably not a great fit. The companies pay us. So like essentially you pay a subscription to our platform, which is called Shift Connect, and you get to go in there and look at all, you know, 500 athletes and vets. And there's videos of them doing 30, 60, 90s, why me, sales calls, account research, cold emails, and you get to watch them do all that. And then you favorite the ones you like, and then we set up the interview. And then when you hire them, you know, they go work for you. Yeah, perfect. You know what? So like, I do send a lot of emails out, and it doesn't really work that well. But I think where it really hits, if you can just take 15 minutes, and then what I'll do is pull it up on the screen and show you our software program, and then it will like kind of click and make sense to see if it's even like worth your time. Tuesday morning. That is the 2nd, correct? If you're Eastern time, I'm pretty open that day. I got 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 9:30 a.m. Any of those work? Okay, cool. And then let me make sure I got the right email for you. It's $15K, and that comes with 2 hires, or you can just do a contingent where if you like, it's free until you hire somebody, and then you pay us a percentage of their first year's base. I got gust@nativia.com. Is that still your email? Okay, cool. Is that is the if the financials? I heard you're like okay. Is that like something you think we're going to be overcome? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I don't want to like force a meeting on you if it's something that you're not. Cool, man. All right, Gus. Yeah, that makes sense. You down in Miami still? Yeah, I grew up in the Keys, man. You do a lot of fishing?
Yeah.
Have you ate stone crab yet? That's my favorite, man. I love it, man. It's inexpensive though. All right, buddy. All right, man. Get out there and get it. Appreciate your honesty with me. Yeah, man. Later.
Oh, we lost him. Had a killer call and he's out.
You guys there?
We are.
I got to reset my camera, but hey, like I looked at his company. I should have just like disqualified him at the beginning because we don't work with 1099 companies. But like because I was on here, I was trying to get a meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good, man.
Once I told him the price, like I knew he was gonna be like, no.
No, I'm out. No, that was a good call. You got the rapport in there. Talk about fishing, built a relationship with him. In the meantime.
All right, am I back in the game?
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you are trying to reach is...
Hey, Tom, you got any other feedback on that one?
No, I mean, as you said, it wasn't, ideally a fit. So there's not too much you could do there. Ultimately, the last thing you could have done is just ask for a referral and just said, hey, is there anybody else maybe that, you do know of hiring that would be, willing to look at some vets? So you could have tried to get like a referral out of it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
What about you, Sean?
The funny thing is I told him he wasn't a fit, which I do that sometimes, and then it makes them feel like they're left out. It's like, they're like, what do you mean I'm not a fit? He like literally said he wasn't a fit, and then I was like, hey, you're not a fit, and then he like wanted a meeting. It was great, but if I was doing an actual sales call with him, I would have disqualified him pretty quick in the beginning. But
I like the takeaway. They'll sometimes pull back and be like, well, what do you mean?
I'm
like,
calling
maybe
from
I'm not a fit,
Cyber Fortress. How are you?
Oh, let's go.
I'm good.
I'm glad to hear that. And actually, I'm calling basically to speak to you a little bit about Cyber Fortress. We offer disaster recovery and backup as a service that's powered by Veeam.
This is my private number. I don't take business calls on this number. Think you could try.
And do you have a number where you take business calls on?
That's so funny.
Was he in a different country?
So yeah, I managed to get someone on the phone who said they don't take calls on their private number.
Oh, that's always
so
the fun
funny
one.
to me still. Like who
does that?
Isn't using
I know, right?
their cell phone for business at this point?
Yeah, it's really weird that they do that. I'm like, what do you mean you don't? Like, it's your phone. What do you mean you don't take calls on it? Yeah, that one's always a tricky one. I always just tell them then, what's a better number I can reach you on to have, this discussion.
I did, but then they usually just hang up by that point.
Yeah, usually that's how they drop off. Yes, Babar. Chris was on a little bit earlier, so you did miss out on Chris. Maybe if he's still tuning in, he might come back by, but he was on our earlier panel. Yeah, tag him in there, Maren. Tell him to come back. I know he's around. He's out there by himself making calls. Chris, come back. Come hang with us. Where you at? You've been requested, sir. Sean, not Sean Hurd, the other Sean, or Seth. There we go. See, I was getting confused. Jeez. Seth, what feedback do you have on Sean's call and kind of how he approached that? Anything you would add?
Please leave your message for...
The only thing that I would add, obviously, is a really good call. You went in, you connected really well. The thing that I would ask is like, what is that experience? He said twice that they look for experienced people in his industry. What kind of experience is he? What does that experience mean? Because you might have people in your platform that might be a good connect. Just not sure what that experience is, and also like what challenges is he facing. He did say he does have a couple W-2s, so might be worth just digging in a little bit more like pulling back on trying to like get a meeting before you get information and knowing how you might be able to help. That's the only feedback. That, and I take snook fishing over stone crabs any day.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm
There it
from
is.
South Florida, and ain't nothing like a snook.
Okay. I don't know
Yeah.
a snook.
I live on Tampa Bay, man. That's all I catch.
Oh.
You can't keep any of them ever, man.
Oh no, they
No?
have to be like between like you have like a 3-inch, like they can't be
31
too
to
big.
like 36. Yeah.
that's it.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. And Wasim, when I've had so many calls where like, how'd you get my number? And I don't take business calls on this. This is my private number. I just like to say, wow, sounds like this is an inappropriate number that I called. I'm sorry. If there was a better number that's more appropriate, that's really pretty much the best that you can do. When someone said like, this is my private number, acknowledge it and just ask that permission. But he didn't give you a chance at all.
At all. Was
So move
not a
on.
fan. Yep.
Yeah.
Was not a fan. And sometimes, we all talked about this earlier this morning, sometimes you cannot win them all. And that's the beauty of sales and, being understanding that, sometimes there are real objections. They are very valid. Other times, yeah, you got to keep out, you got to kind of push a little bit, but sometimes they're very real with them. And you're not going to win everybody. That took me a long time in my career to get comfortable with, because I just thought anytime I could connect with somebody, I could walk away with a meeting. And would get frustrated if I didn't. But you have to come to terms with there are some where you can't get them all,
Not only that, but there's some that you don't necessarily want to get. Maybe they're not your ICP, or you didn't, again, do enough qualifying and you ended up with the wrong person on the call.
Yep, agreed. You're getting
Hey,
called
Sarah.
out by our friend
Shout out.
Sarah. Sarah, good to see you. Yes, this is the great and famous legend, the myth himself, Seth, here with us.
Yeah, wait. We're
Stop it. Don't be modest. It's you. Love Sarah. Sarah's been hustling out there for quite some time. She is awesome. Good friend.
I'm going to agree with you there. Sarah has been in my accountability partner, and she's been super inspiring on LinkedIn lately. So if you don't follow her, connect.
Agreed. Won't go wrong there. Won't go there. If you're still here, I talked to Chris. He is wrapping up a proposal and then should be coming back if he can get it done. So you might be in luck. Chris is closing deals, having to do it all. Back to that grind of being the player coach and having to do it all himself. You've done a couple of those roles, haven't you, Maren? Yeah, I've done them. They're a good time. Look, we made Sarah's
Muting
day.
myself
Look,
and then forgetting to unmute myself. Rookie mistake.
You're the one telling everybody else how to do it, and you're making the mistakes. What are you doing?
Right.
Shame on
It's
you.
like it's my first time.
We're making Sarah blush. She's very happy with all the kudos and the love.
She deserves it.
Very much so. You want to join us, Sarah? Come on up. Come on stage. Let us know. Drop in the comments if you want to come up here and cold call with us. Make some calls.
I mean, I got to give it to you guys for putting yourself out there and making calls like this live. Sean and Wasim, it's not easy. It's nerve-wracking. I mean, I know a lot of salespeople don't feel comfortable even role playing one-on-one,
Yeah.
let alone going live. Like,
Yeah.
Good for you two.
Yeah, it's always a good time, but it gets people's nerves. You know what I mean? You're out in front of a couple hundred people. You're making calls. You're exposing, right? Cold calling is live. There is no. It's cool to hide behind a keyboard when you're emailing or doing LinkedIn, and you have some time to process your response. You can let that sit and marinate for a minute and come back. But in cold calling, you are live. Like whether you're on here or not, like that's in real time. And you have to know your stuff, right? To be able to have that conversation. You throw in then doing it live in front of a crowd, that really will get the nerves up, and you'll make
Hey, Mike. Hey, Mike. Hey, this is Sean from Shift Group. I'm a 22-year military vet, and our company takes vets and athletes and places them into sales teams like yours. I'll see if you're actually hiring right now.
You must have the wrong number. I don't know how I would hire somebody if I wanted to. I don't have a business.
Mike Rosenberg?
Yeah.
All right. I must have bad data. I have you at persale.com.
Oh, God. Never heard of it.
Okay, cool. Thanks, man. I'm sorry to bother you.
Aggressive. As Amir said, aggressive. Typical response I got from so many people. I don't do cold calling in my current position. Sarah's out. She ain't cold calling. A lot of people are that way, which is so crazy to me, Maren. Still is shocking me.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
So I'm curious. There was some debate about whether leaving voicemails or not is the way to go. Just curious to see what both of you think.
We actually talked about this on the first panel. We had Allie from the Harry group leaving some voicemails, and they were a little extensive. She was pitching in them. She was kind of having that conversation, and so we chopped it up about kind of how to leverage voicemails. So for us,
sorry, I can't take your call right.
We just leave very basic. No need to call me back. It's Tom with the SD Lab. I shot you an email titled XYZ. Would love to get your thoughts, but talk soon, right? I think they're necessary in this space just because it will at least put a name to a number. We got transcripts now where if you're super crystal clear and can get out, in 20 seconds, you can kind of get a good voicemail. But you don't have to leave them on every call. You don't have to be crazy with them. What about you, Maren?
That's pretty much my perspective too. I had a coworker at one point who preached that he never left voicemails because it didn't work. And I, pulled my numbers and was like, I get at least 10 callbacks a week. Like, I don't think that it doesn't work because it's at least I'm getting through to them. They give me a call back. I can be like, oh, reverse the script.
Yeah.
You just cold called me. Surprise. Like Michelle was saying earlier.
Yep. They work. I agree with them, Seth. I think they are still a very valid tool in the arsenal. It's just a matter of how you leverage it. And as long as you're strategic in it, I tend to leave it at least on the first outreach. Then probably the next 2-3 calls, I might not leave it. No need. They know. And then I'll come back again at the 4th or 5th call, and then I'll close it at my last call. Hey, Seth, it's Tom. No need to call me back. Thought I'd get you one last time. I'll stay in touch with some value over email, but if anything ever comes up for you, would love to chat. Talk to you soon. And that'll be the one to end it on. So I'll leave 3.
Hey, this is Sean from Shift Group. I'm a 22-year military vet. And what we do is take vets and elite athletes, like pro and college athletes, and we place them in sales teams. And I was just calling to reach out to see if you're even hiring sales reps right now. Hung up.
Boo. Well, we do have a new cold caller with us, a new fan favorite, Mr. PWJ, Patrick Joyce. PJW, I think. No, PWJ. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Patrick? What you're doing, what you got going on?
I guess I don't know. What am I doing? I'm working at a Volma right now.
AVOMA stands for Very Organized Meeting Assistant, which I thought was pretty cool.
I didn't know
that. That is cool. I didn't know that. That is cool.
Yeah. Is basically like, a conversation intelligence tool. We do a lot of the same things Gong does. Kind of sort of like a high-end note taker and then a more affordably priced version of Gong. But in general, I've been doing sales development since 2017. I was a high school math teacher before I got into sales, so I had a little bit of head start in my professional career. I jumped into sales at 30 years old and hit the ground running. So just been, doing all things top of funnel since then.
Very nice, man.
You have a cool promotion happening right now with Avoma too, right?
I sure do. Yeah, we're giving $100 away for demos. So doesn't need to be somebody that's going to buy the software today. We're literally just looking to talk to our competitors' users. So Gong users, if you're using Clary/Wingman, for using Chorus, we want to talk, and it's $100 to take the meeting.
It's very nice. There you go, y'all. Do you have a link, Maren, to drop in the chat that we can use, or off of his post that he just did? Because you just posted about that too.
I did. Yeah. That's awesome.
So we'll throw that in the chat with the audience. So if y'all are looking for something similar, more less expensive than Gong, and can help you in your meetings and whatnot, grab a demo. $100 on Patrick. Not too bad.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Also, I don't know how you guys are doing the giveaway thing, but I offered up an hour of SDR coaching for anybody that's tuned in. I don't know if you're doing a raffle or something like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
They can
We'll have a
scan
raffle
this
at the end.
QR code, or I've dropped the link in chat. It's also on my personal LinkedIn, but you can go and enter there. And
This is Sean over here at Shift Group. I'm a 22-year military vet. And what we do is we take the vets and elite athletes, both Division I and college, and place them in sales teams. Are you even hiring right now? Oh, I got you on vacay. Cool. All right. Yeah, I don't haggle people. Do you know who I need to call to talk about that? Okay, that makes sense. Were you in for? Are you skiing, or are you in Florida? That's where I'm at. I live in Tampa. But yeah, it's a little windy today. Yeah, a little windy today. But you could be up in the snow, right? Cool. All right.
Ask her if she's snook fishing.
Ooh.
Yep.
Your rapport building is pretty incredible there, Sean. Very nice.
She didn't have any decision making authority. I get that a lot. It's like, hey, talk to HR.
Yeah.
I'm like,
good
HR
intel though.
Competition.
Yeah.
Garrett. Hey, Garrett. He hung up. Dude, that was a wild voicemail. He said you reached the person that you're trying to reach, but he can't come to the phone right now. The third person.
It
sounds like somebody that's about
Never heard of him.
Evade the process servant.
Jeez. Little plug for Patrick Joyce.
Wild.
Y'all can get a demo for Avoma and $100. So there you are. I'm going to pull up real quick just the giveaways one more time so everybody knows. So Maren can highlight this and what Patrick mentioned. He is right over here in the left over there. You do get 1 hour with him. But if Maren, you want to cover those at a high level one more time.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of these, almost all of these people up here on screen already today. But again, we have a really cool swag pack from Unifor, as well as 2 $25 coffee gift cards from Michelle Craig. We have an awesome Shift Group shirt or other apparel from Sean Hurd, who is currently making all of the cold calls. A headset advisor wireless boomstick, which is the headset that or similar to the headset that Tommy and I are both wearing from Headset Advisor. A I hope this email finds you well shirt from Will. The Hour of SDR Coaching with Patrick William Joyce, who is also doing the promotions with Avoma, if anyone wants a demo of that. Tommy himself is going to be doing a 30-minute coaching session, which I didn't tell him he's doing, but I just okay with. And then we have a part-time executive assistant.
You hear me, Robert?
Oh, do we have a?
Oh, live.
Robert? Sorry, man, I can't hear you.
Sean, how are you doing this and listening at the same time? Do you have us muted or something?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's got. I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
if you right-click the tab that we're on, if you right-click it, you can mute the site on the tab. So if you get on a call or whatnot, you can mute that and not hear us, and then we can hear you.
Okay. I just want to say that I haven't done outbound in a while. At Cyber Fortress, we mostly get inbound leads, and there's just so much backlog that I've been going through. And I just want to say that big up the people that have been doing outbound. I just remembered how tough it is. I mean, just getting people on the phone and having that basic, hey, this is, before they actually hang up. So shout out to all the SDRs doing all the
It's a grind.
I'm going to fire up Salesfinity here and see if I can give away $100. I'm just going to cold call and be like, you want $100?
Hey, there you go. Get some demos. We do have Drew in the crowd. Drew is the Grand Master at Headset Advisor, so shout out to Drew. He is the one that we are rocking these headsets from and is giving one away. And then we have our good friend Ronan Passar.
Hey,
oh,
Jeff.
You got one too, Seth? There you go.
Is this Jeff? Oh, my bad, man. Have a good day.
Hey, it's Trevor. Leave a message.
You guys can tell I'm not cheating with some like crazy inbound leads because like these numbers are garbage.
Yeah, we need to hook you up, man. We need to get you some better data.
Hey, but I will say any numbers is better than garbage.
Hi, this is Dave Arthur.
Agreed.
Please leave your name.
Also wanted to mention that Seth just graciously offered to contribute to our giveaways a year's membership to the Hike Your Sales community, which is very valuable for anyone who is currently in a sales position. So go ahead and enter those giveaways. We also, I forgot to mention earlier.
Leave a message.
What were we gonna mention, Maren?
I'm struggling.
Ken.
There we go.
Hey man, this is a Sean. I'm a 22-year military vet. I work for a company called Shift Group where we place vets and athletes into sales jobs. Are you hiring right now?
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. No problem. When you plan on bringing on reps, you know. Yeah, perfect. All right, man. Have a good day. Yeah, later.
Here we go. All right, Maren, grab your window. What you want to mention?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so fast. Alex Boyd has given a free license to Aware for anyone that is interested in social selling. It's really great. It's basically like a CRM for your LinkedIn connections, as well as all kinds of other things that are great for
There.
tracking.
Hey, this is a Sean from Shift Group.
activity.
I'm a 22-year military vet, and I work for this company where we take vets and athletes, D1 and pro, and we place them into sales organizations. And I was seeing if you were hiring right now. Oh, you'll give me a call back. That's awesome. Appreciate it. All right, cool. Yeah, there.
Boom, boom. Yeah, we got some killer giveaways.
That's wild.
As Maren
That's the first
mentioned.
time that's happened to me in a while.
What, Sean?
He was like, "Hey, man, I really actually want to talk to you. So let me finish up this like call that I switched over from. I'm gonna call you back in 15 minutes."
Whoa. Okay. We'll take that. Yeah, we'll take that.
We'll see. The
I
problem
mean,
is,
give him a call back in 15 minutes if he
yeah,
doesn't call you.
I'm gonna follow up, but he doesn't have my number. It's like I'm dialing from. It's like a phone burner number.
Well, he's probably going to call that number back.
Yeah.
Do you have a way to forward the call?
Yeah, they forward to this like it's a long story, but you have to have a real number because of FCC rules. So I bought a Google number and it forwards it there and has a voicemail and stuff. But it kind of I don't hook it up to my cell phone because it'd be ringing all day. Because we got like 10 guys calling and they I was just getting phone calls every couple seconds. Hey, did you call me? Who's this?
You should look into ways to like route those back to your team.
Yeah. What
We're
are you doing,
cheap.
Sean? Come
We're
on,
cheap, man. That costs too much money. We'll just hit them back up. Do the math. I got 11. Hey, Rick. I got 11 talks out of 70 calls.
That's not bad. That's solid. Oh, that's right. And Wasim had an offer there too, Maren.
Hello,
which
is
I
this
think
Jill?
incredible. I might talk to Wasim about that myself.
I have that on the official giveaways for one person for the free one, but
Okay.
we also have him offering generously the first 10 people who want to try an executive assistant or VA will be basically at cost to him. So reach out. I'll tag him in the comments here shortly as soon as LinkedIn starts working again for me. And I honestly might take you up on that as well.
VAs are where it's at. I'm going to holler at Wasim after this because there could be definitely some support there.
Hey, Tom, who asked me that question? It just says LinkedIn user.
Huh?
So if you have your profile set to private on LinkedIn for third-degree connections, it doesn't show up as their name, but I can pull it up again as soon as LinkedIn starts working for me.
So yeah, this is a
On the
question for
actual
you,
site.
Sean. Yep, this is a question for you, Sean. Do you ever use LinkedIn job searches to find leads? Seems like you could search SDR, BDR job postings and find companies hiring, as well as contact info for those managers. Which is a great point because I was curious. I know you call and you're like, "Hey, I'm a 22-year vet. Are you hiring?" Do you do any research and try to find people that do have the listings and then try to target them?
Yeah, one sec. Yeah, we one sec. I don't want to. It was that voicemail. I don't want him to hear me talking to you guys. Let me pause it. Yeah, so we actually use a couple different techniques, but that's definitely one. But Tom, you know Jed Marley?
I do.
He's like a partner of ours, and he builds a lot on my list for me. And he's really good at like using Clay to figure out like who's hiring, who's not hiring.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he's on vacation right now, and I've had a really busy week, so I just pulled up like a random list off our data provider this morning, really quick. So still not
shout out to him. What a
Yeah.
stud. Clay is incredible. You can also talk to Jordan Crawford. You know Jordan, I think. So Jordan does that too. He could pull mad data, mad list on targeting folks with that. That way, when you do call, you can already kind of say, hey, look, I know you're hiring. Have you looked at vets before for something like that, and have a little bit more warmer, enriched conversation than cold. Shout out to the homie Lauren. Lauren's in the house. Welcome. What's up, Lauren? We all know her very well. One of the top recruiters in the space, if not one of the best, probably on Mount Rushmore of recruiters. Has her own show, her own company, Friday Live with Lauren. Another great show coming up on this Friday. Lauren, drop in a chat. Are you doing one for Good Friday? Good Friday is tomorrow. Drop your link in the chat for us. Let us know about your event. I'm not sure if she's going to run one tomorrow or not, but I think so. But shout out to her.
This is one of those weeks where I completely thought it was like Tuesday today.
I did.
That's nice.
Hello, is
Tomorrow's
this
Friday.
Adriana?
Yeah, and it's a holiday for some.
Adriana, this is Patrick Joyce. I'm calling you from a company called Avoma. I actually spoke to one of your sales reps named Penelope. Do you know her? Yeah, the reason I reached out to her is because we were looking for people that are using some type of conversation intelligence tool like Wingman. I think she mentioned you were using. Okay, because I was going to offer a $100 gift card to take a demo.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Thanks.
I'm not going to lie. I love having a front row seat to watching Patrick Joyce fling some calls. I'm honored. To Lauren, she said every Friday without hesitation. And y'all can register for her show coming tomorrow. She's got some incredible guests. She does some cool giveaways. A lot of fun show as well. And then it looks like the LinkedIn user is Doug. So he's taking your advice, Maren, and trying to figure out how he can change those settings. But it is Doug out there talking to us all.
Did you guys just hear me get dunked on that call?
We did. We heard you.
Patrick, what was being said on the other end?
Oh, you guys couldn't hear her end.
We don't hear their end now.
Yeah, she was like, "Well, I'm in my car. I can't take a demo. I gotta go." I tried to give her $100, and she was like, "No, sorry, bye."
That'd get my attention.
I don't know.
Yeah,
especially in this market, shoot, heck yeah.
I mean, don't forget, in school we all learn not to take money from strangers, right?
That is true.
Not from strangers' companies, though.
And I had done pre-call
Right.
research. Like I talked to a sales rep on her team, and she was just, I don't know, not into it. Whatever.
Try her again. She won't remember.
I know. I don't think they're not going to use this anyway because they Affinity has an internal tool that's pretty similar to what we do, but they were using Wingman, so thought I'd give it a chance.
Would be smart of them to take it anyway for.
That's
R&D.
what I'm saying, dude. $100. Okay, I'm gonna go back in there. I got 50 calls left.
There you go.
I took a LinkedIn quiz. What?
Patrick. Yeah, LinkedIn. What quiz?
Survey. That's the word I
Survey.
was looking for. I took a LinkedIn survey the other day for like $30 on Amazon.
Yep. I like them. I used to make a lot of money off of G2 crowd. And then they would send them to me all the time. That's how I get gifts on Amazon and stuff. I just rack them up. I do all kinds of G2s. But Patrick, I think you should talk to Lauren for real. Avoma might be something she can use within her side. So she said she'd take you 100, take 100 from you. So get that
And
conversation.
you guys are all lucky. When I was your age, I had to give blood for like $20, you know?
Hey, donate plasma. Hey, I did that too.
Same.
Plasma donate. Hey, we all did. Listen, you've done some weird stuff when you got to make money, man. I used to have to be there at I used to have to be at the 5 a.m. with my arm out with a needle in it, and they just pump for like 2-3 hours and make a couple $100 and go home. Tapped out though after that. That stuff would wear me out. I'd be tired after.
Oh, I fainted every time.
Oh, really? You fainted?
I'm a fainter.
Man. Oh, you got Lauren dying. She's like, "Yep, see, you faint? Oh, that's rough."
Little piece of candy or a cookie doesn't do it. Gotta
No.
sit there for like
Yeah.
a while.
For a while. Yeah, it's a doozy afterwards. But I didn't know about that process, and I just thought it was really cool how they pull from your blood all that stuff. They make it work, and you can make a good couple $100 a month out of helping the market. So it's not too bad.
All kinds of hustles.
Well, even nowadays, 2024 is like this era of hustlers is crazy. There is not one way for you to not make money nowadays. Depending on how much you need to make, now that's a different question. But to make a dollar, man, there's so many ways to make a dollar. And now with AI, I mean, I got more profiles popping up than ever that people aren't even showing their faces. It's just content. It's AI content. They're building followers like no other. And then they're getting brand deals and whatnot. And like, it's that easy. It's that easy. Then you got us sales reps out here hustling and grinding, cold calling folks for our money. You got Patrick selling out, shelling out $100 to get somebody. Like, come on, man.
That like conversation intelligence platforms are so valuable too if you are especially doing cold calls for a living. Being able to have like that transcription and just insights into the conversation is so helpful once you get off that call or before you get on the call.
Hey, Patrick, I did have a question for you. Can you hear me? Joyce?
I think you might have us muted.
Patrick.
Oh shit. Were you guys on mute the whole time?
Yep. Did you book one?
No. No, they just it was a great call though. But they just acquire another company and they're about to lay off that other company's sales team.
Oh. Can you hear us, Patrick? Joyce. Can you hear us, Patrick?
Someone's got to wave at him.
I bet he has it minimized too.
Hey Tom, you guys didn't hear any of that call?
No, we didn't. You were muted, man. We missed the whole
I thought-
thing.
Man, I didn't know if you had the ability to mute me. I couldn't get my phone over to that.
Couldn't get it, man. I was trying to ask Patrick because I want to know about Avoma because you brought up a good point, Maren. I love these calls. I was a big fan of Sybil for a very long time. I recently joined partnership with Olive.ai. They're doing some really wicked things. They've got a cool platform, integrates into Slack, does everything. But I wanted to know about Avoma because my problem with these note takers is they're really just for Zoom and meetings. And it's, they miss out on the SDR market because they would love that stuff, but they don't do Zoom meetings, right? It's usually the account executives or founders or other companies that are doing those. That he said it's like Gong. So I'm curious if it also will track like cold call systems so it can integrate.
It's Sean. I'm from you missed. I told you. I'm Sean. I'm from Shift Group, and what I do is I'm a. No, I'm not a robot. I'm a 22-year military vet, and I got into sales. And what I do now is I help vets transition into sales jobs. And I was just seeing if you're hiring right now. Oh, you don't? Do you know? Is that going to change in any time in the near future? Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that makes sense, man. All right, well, cool. If you don't have any, it sounds like you don't have a sales team right now, so it probably wouldn't be a good fit. But I got you on LinkedIn, man. I'm gonna go ahead and connect with you, and if you're looking for sales reps, let me know, and we can show you the vets and athletes that we have. Oh, you don't? Oh, okay. Yeah, I misunderstood you. Well, then, hey, would you be willing to take a look at our platform called Shift Connect, where we have all these vets? It's a hiring manager platform, and then you can just log on there and look at the different candidates. There's about 500 on them there at any time, and then you log on there and then you watch a bunch of videos and doing cold calling, account research, email, 30, 60, 90, stuff like that. So on the platform, when we train them, they do all these videos. So you'll get to watch them do live cold call, live email, account research, and then they actually do a 30, 60, 90 for you. And then you favor them and we set them up for an interview. Would that be like worth 15 minutes of your time? Check out? Yeah, so that's a good question. So like I said, I'm trying to sell you a subscription to the platform. So you can get on that platform, and what it does is it kind of cuts out that hiring manager first stage type thing. And then you get access to military vets and then D1 athletes and pro athletes. And then I don't know if you know about the attributes that come with that population, but it's a very diverse population. And, they're trained. We give them 30 hours of sales training, all the things I talked about, which gives them like an edge. It's not the end all be all, but it gives them an edge for the first 90 days. It depends. We have a subscription, like I said, to the platform. It's $15K and that comes with 2 hires, or you can just do the old contingent staffing model where you get like free access to the platform. And then if you want to hire somebody, you would pay us a percent of their base pay, their first year's base. And that's negotiable. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. So you're saying you don't want to take a look at it, see if it. I think if you looked at it, man, like it makes a hiring manager's job a lot easier. Like that's the value prop. Like you can just log on there, in your spare time, and you're looking at, 500 candidates. You don't have to go through resumes and stuff like that. And then you just pick out the 10 that you want to talk to, and we make it happen. All good. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Hey, have a good day, man. Nice talking to you. Thanks for taking it. Yeah, bye.
Patrick, Tom was curious if Avoma also does call recording now for like SDRs who are, yeah.
Yep. We've got a few dialer integrations like Ring Central, Kixie, but we also record calls out of Outreach, SalesLoft, like the major SEPs, which you get all the same call analysis features. So records, transcribes the call, and then we have AI scorecards, so you can set up like a cold call scorecard. We've got a few out of the box, but you can also customize those scorecards. Like, did the rep use permission-based opener? Did they ask this specific question, right? And then the AI will pick up whether or not those things happened.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Man, I went through like 8 goddamn ejections on that last call, man.
You were really crazy, man. All right, so we're gonna wrap up this panel now. Feel free to stay. We're gonna break for a word from our sponsors real quick. We're gonna then come back. We've got Will Aiken on. Wasim, you're gonna take off.
I'm going to take off. I might be joining in a bit, but I just want to say thank you guys so much for the invite. Tom, thanks for reaching out. It was so much fun being here with you guys, as always. I'll try and jump back on in the next slide. And again, as I said, if anyone wants like an executive assistant or a virtual assistant, feel free to reach out. I'll make sure to give the first 10. I'm giving away one that is free of charge for 20 hours a week, but the first 10 people that reach out, I'll be giving them a flat price. I won't be charging any commission or any of that. I want you guys to get a test of how it feels like to have someone take care of like the repetitive and boring stuff of your life.
You're gonna get a DM from me and Maren, that's for sure. Yeah, VAs are awesome. Will Aiken might even be looking for one. Who knows? Will might need some help.
A VA?
Whatever you guys want. Just to let you know, they're all based in Latin America, and they're all very, very cost effective and just amazing people to work with.
Give me numbers. How much we're talking here? Because I keep putting this off, and that's probably the reason why I need a VA.
So,
right.
The starting price is usually $10 an hour, and it could be anywhere between $10 to $15 an hour.
Okay.
No minimum.
20 hours a week.
What
you know, they
does
can
a
do.
VA really help you with? Because like that's what I'm like. I struggle to like. Okay, how could I get them to do what I need them to do without like having to manage them? And that just creates more work for me, right? Sometimes that's how I find when I outsource stuff.
So what we do usually, me and my partner, this is just a side hustle, but we help you with the onboarding process. So to make sure that you create a shared folder between you and the VA or the executive assistant. What they can do is that they can respond to emails, clean up your CRM, prepare spreadsheets, make sure that your calendar is on spot, make calls, follow up with vendors. So it really depends on what you're looking to achieve with a virtual assistant. But it's mostly what I would recommend is like repetitive, systematic work that you don't really want to deal with, that is keeping you away from your growth. So what they focus on that side of the business while you're focused more on the strategic side.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Something to look at for sure. We'll,
reach out to me on LinkedIn, and we can have a conversation about how they can help you, and I can share some success stories with you.
Yeah, I'm sure you have examples of how people have leveraged them and workflows and different things that we could just replicate.
Definitely.
How
We've got people that use them as customer support, others that have used part-time SDRs. So there's that. Just executive assistant, even to call and make reservations at a restaurant or anything like that.
Your travel and stuff, Cool.
Yeah, I messed up. I'm going to Golden Hour next month, and I booked my flights. I was meant to land on Monday, leave on Thursday. I booked them, land on Thursday, leave on Monday. So now I'm going to pay
so these are the kind of things that-
$600 to change the flight, which is how much the flight cost in the first place. So.
It would have been cheaper to get it would have been cheaper to get an executive assistant for a week for that price.
Honestly, don't rub it in now. Me and flying to New York so far. We're going 0 for 2 this year. Last time I had to drive. It was hell. So.
You know what? I did something. We experimented with a client, and the VA that I was working with, she started basically gathering all the flight points that the executive wasn't getting, and she ended up getting like 2 or 3 free flights in a year.
That's incredible.
So yeah.
I'm big boy. I'm very on top of my loyalty programs. Don't worry.
Oh, that's amazing.
Marriott Bonvoy and Air Canada are my go-tos. If I'm not flying
That's amazing.
No Delta, no nothing of that.
None of that.
Perfect.
None of that. First class.
All right, good guys. I gotta hop off. It was
Okay.
nice being
Thank
here
you so
again.
much.
See you soon.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
I gotta jump as well. This was great.
Cool. Appreciate you, Patrick. We'll have everybody
Yeah.
check out Avoma. Get you some demos, man. But thanks for topping in.
Right on.
I'm going to
Thanks,
break
guys.
for a quick 7 minutes, and then we'll come back with some intros. Seth, Sean, feel free to stick around. I know that Jake's going to pop back on in just a second, but we're going to drop to our sponsors real quick one more time. So again, shout out to Ambition, Glen Coco, Replicate, Sendoso, and Sailboat, as well as this company called the SD Lab. I don't know who they are, but they just happen to be at the end of the
Never heard of
video,
them.
so don't mind them. And we will be back in just a quick moment.
Ambitious sales leaders always strive for forward motion. You build processes that can be repeated. You coach reps with context. You set targets high. And you see the climb as your purpose. To help you reach your peak potential, we created Ambition, the revenue performance platform proven to boost sales activity, retain top talent, give sales managers valuable time back, and ultimately, get your organization to the top. Inspire lasting behavior change. Recognize reps in real time. Realize better business outcomes, now and into the future. Be greater with Ambition.
As seasoned sales experts, we know the frustrations with sales hiring, high turnover, costly search time and training, and the constant pressure for cost-effective pipeline generation. This is a huge shadow cost for your business. That's where Glen Coco comes in. Glen Coco is a game changer for your sales strategy. We offer an innovative marketplace where businesses post bounties for getting sales meetings with their ideal customers, booked directly to their calendar, shifting from the traditional model of hiring and staffing full-time sales development representatives. Rather than bearing the fixed costs of permanent sales staff or bloated agency retainers with no guarantee of success, this approach allows businesses to pay only for guaranteed, booked, qualified meetings. Our customers recommend us because our disruptive B2B sales platform comes with robust contractor quality controls and AI-assisted dynamic sales enablement modules trained on your campaign data, high data visibility that helps customers self-manage their campaigns with zero upfront costs or retainer fees, incredible campaign insights via our call recording capture system. Ready to ramp up your sales team and generate pipeline within hours instead of weeks or months? Visit glencoco.com today. Create your online account and see the difference for yourself. Say goodbye to high turnover and hello to a world of sales success.
I've spoken to over 50 VPs of sales, and I'm hearing the same thing over and over again. Reps are spending too much time on non-revenue generating activities. This is why Sellbolt launched an MVP solution for sales leaders to see which activities impact revenue. Leadership has been focused on the overall count of how many calls were made, how many emails were sent, etc. But there's a huge need to dive deeper into the surface level data if we're looking to be proactive, that is. With Sellbolt, sales leaders can easily click to integrate with their current tech stack, viewing their team's daily revenue generating activities. As you can see here, you have a full view of your sales rep's day through the lens of their customer interactions. Hey Levi, I don't know about this pitch idea, man. Can you just tell them what the hell Sellbolt's goal is?
Oh man, sure. Yeah, it's easy. We're unlocking sales reps' time to maximize their impact.
That's it. And we're looking for sales leadership to join us and provide us feedback if they're up for it.
Sending delivers more meaningful engagement. Delivering the right gift with the right message and a more intelligent sending strategy starts right here. From plans and cookies to e-gifts and premium branded onboarding kits, you name it, we can source it, send it, and measure its impact. And since we're passionate about innovating the way businesses engage and connect, we're always looking for new ways to deliver a better experience for you. It all starts with our user experience. Our new marketplace user interface and our ever-expanding catalog has made finding that right gift that they'll remember you for even more simple. To better engage prospects and clients, now you can choose to further personalize address confirmation emails with images and your own messaging. Together, saving you time on following up, while also increasing redemption rates on anything you send. We grow as you grow. Our sending management platform, integrations, and partnerships allow you to scale across teams, budgets, and CRMs. Sending delivers countless ideas to customize your next sales, ABM, marketing, or onboarding campaign with more strategic impact and better engagement. Book a demo today and see how you can create a more human marketing experience.
This is your sales organization. And this is your sales organization without a structured sales process. Any questions?
All right. We are back. Thank you to all of our sponsors. They are all incredible. Jump on, get some demos. There's some links in the chat. We'll drop some more. They are looking for demos today, right? That's the whole point of their sponsorship. So jump in there, check them out. We got some cool prizes from a few of them coming later. But now we have some more cold callers on stage with us. So we got Seth. Seth is our resident coach. We've got Will Aitken over there breaking rules, living his best life. We got Jake Alba, and then we got Giano from Nooks. Will, we're going to start with you with a quick little intro, what you're working on, what you're going to be cold calling on, and let us know what you got going.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to be calling some sales enablement and leaders and some VPs of sales. I don't really need to cold call these days. Got so many clients, but when you messaged me, I was like, I got some leads. So I created a list of people whose reps have engaged with some of my content in the past 3 months. And then I target the leaders. So what I can say on that, I can use a very similar talk track for every single customer. Hey, I couldn't help but notice a couple of your reps follow my stuff on LinkedIn. Thought they might be getting value from it. The rest of your team might do too. And then I go into my value prop. So yeah, I've got about 70 loaded up into Orem right now for dialing. And I'm probably not going to be able to, that won't last me for very long. If I go too many parallel dials, so I'm just going to dial 2 at a time.
There you go. Yeah, me and Will are in the same space, changing the way orgs do stuff. We've lived it, we've breathed it, we've seen companies really do terrible at it, and we're here to help. So I'm excited to watch Will sling it. All right, Mr. Jake Alba, your turn, my friend. Let us know who you are, what you got going on. Oh, you're muted, or we can't hear you.
I've never done that before, I promise. That's never happened. Oh man. So Jake Alba, happy to be here. I've been doing sales for a long time, man. Can you see the gray in my beard already? I'm getting old, man.
We all got
yeah, I know. We're more distinguished, right? That's what I like to say. So yeah, happy to be here. Been doing sales for a long time, and sold into pretty much every vertical in every industry. And some of them are fun, some of them are boring, but excited to be here and just make some calls today or do some coaching. So I'm kind of a free agent today. If you guys have a number or you guys want me to call on some stuff for your vertical or whatever, I'm happy to do so. Just send me a number. We'll call it up on my cell phone. We can do it live. We'll hear both ends and we'll make it happen. So whatever I can do to make this more fun, let's do it.
And hey, let's get this man hired. He's going to be calling recruiters, doing some cool stuff. And so if you're looking for anybody, what role are you trying to gain right now? What are you wanting to do?
So I'm open to do whatever for the show, but in my day-to-day, right, I reach out to just sales professionals or presidents, CEOs of companies and try and get them booked and in the sales cycle.
There you go. Giano, my boy from Nooks, welcome. The marketer on the floor. So why don't you give us a little bit of an intro and let us know what you're doing?
Yeah, hello, Maren. Long time no see. Good to see you.
I know, you too.
Tom, we've seen each other pretty recently, but good to see you too. Yeah, so I wasn't sure if I was cold calling today. I'm not gonna lie. I thought didn't know if I was a panelist or if I'm calling, but I did get a backup list just in case. I'm gonna be calling sales leaders, director level and above, and then calling about Nooks and why their SDR should be using parallel dialing.
And while you're here, why don't you mention a little bit about what Nooks is going on? I know we talked about Vishnu and whatnot. Why don't you share a little bit about some of your new updates and stuff?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think the update is delayed. So we'll keep that as a surprise.
Okay.
Cool. But yeah, if you haven't heard
product
about
teams
Nooks,
can't trust them.
It's It's on the roadmap, right?
It's
I think
coming out
Will
in
has a
Q5.
shirt for that.
I think Monday. I think it'll be out on Monday.
Okay.
No,
So
I'm just
everybody
kidding.
stay tuned. Nooks is going to be dropping some big news. It's just pushed back a little bit, but from what I've seen, it's going to be very exciting. So keep follow their page, drop it in the chat, Nooks, and they'll be going live with that coming soon. But awesome, guys. Yeah, feel free to start ripping the dials. What
Really
you can
fast.
do. Yeah,
Yeah.
do it, Maren.
Really fast. While you are cold calling, if you happen to get a call and connect with someone, go ahead and right click on the tab that you're streaming from to the site so that you can't hear us if there's chattering in the background, so we're not distracted from the phone call. And then just try to remember to unmute us when you get off the call so that we can discuss whatever you were talking about.
Cool. Let's go.
Let's let them rip.
Maren, your
We gotta
mic's
get some
cutting out a
meetings
little
booked.
bit, just so you know.
Probably.
See if we can get some meetings booked in here. I've had a rough going today, Maren. No one's got.
No, not even
No one's booked a meeting yet.
Book.
No one has booked a
Oh.
meeting. You were the final panel. You were the ones to bring it home.
Let's do this.
Look, Will's ready now. Now
Show him
Will's
how it's
ready.
done. All right.
Show him how it's done. Show
Let me
them
just
how
get my neck
excited
cracked.
he was
Otherwise,
with you. Yeah.
Otherwise, it won't be in. All right, dialing in. Let's go.
And I'm going to pull up the giveaways one more time and highlight because we've got Will, our very own, giving out a I hope this email finds you well shirt. So some lucky winner in the audience is going to get his famous shirt, which we all know and love. We hope this email finds you well.
He also has some other great shirts on his website and other apparel that is all very relevant to anyone in the sales world. So you should definitely check it out.
And
Thanks,
you should get it
guys.
soon because
I've actually taken down.
He
There's
did.
no
You did already.
You did?
Yeah.
It's already
Oh,
gone.
no.
Yeah,
But there'll be some
Well-
fun stuff coming very soon. I'm working more on a limited time only collaboration style kind of thing, and we got some very cool people and brands working with me to do some cool drops. Anyway,
Not Tom or the FD lab, but it'll be okay. You know the rest.
we'll get there, mate. You only text me when you want me to come on something like this. You gotta.
Oh, don't even. Oh, don't even. I text this guy more times than I can count. He never texts me. So.
Oh, liar. I always text back. You're definitely the first person to initiate most of the time.
Most of the time, I reach out to Will, but I know his life and where he's at, so it's okay. I'll take that on, and he does always get back to me.
All right, guys. I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna mute your tab now because this list in particular, it's just been like every other dial's been picking up, so I'm gonna just gonna preemptively mute you.
Let's do it.
Tom, don't even start with me. I will drive to your house right now.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Giano and I live probably like 30 minutes from each other. So we are here in the good old state of Arizona. We do have an event coming up on April 22nd. So we're going to do a sunset social, Maren. It's pretty hype. We're going to do a sunset social and bring everybody from Arizona together. So it's going to be a
Yes,
good
we'd
time.
invite.
Hey, you're in Oklahoma. It's only for Arizona residents.
Oh, fine.
Sorry. Jake's on a call, but I think he's got us muted. Come on. Y'all can't mute us to where we can't hear
Looks
you.
like Will's on a call too.
Mm-hmm. They're all muting wrong.
I know. We need to go over.
Jake, unmute yourself real quick. Yep. Gonna have to walk him through it, Maren.
Tom, we should just kind of dub our voices over them for the audience.
Speak for them. We should speak for them. So Jake is saying right now, I had fried chicken for lunch. What did you have?
Can we do Will? Can we voice over him with an accent?
Give us your best shot at it. anybody in the audience have questions for us, feel free. Any sales question, cold call questions, anything you want to bring to the panel, we could dive into that just as much.
All right, sorry guys, that was just a gatekeeper. That would have been super boring and annoying for you guys. So
That's fair. We appreciate you looking out for us.
I'll do my best. I want to save all of the brain cells I can for you guys because I know I'm burning them like crazy today doing my calls.
I was gonna say, you still have brain cells?
We are cooked over here ourselves. So me and Maren
Actually,
4 hours now.
Jake, if you get and start speaking with a gatekeeper, it might be good just for everyone to listen in because having those conversations with the gatekeepers can be important.
Hey, Graham, this is Gianno calling with Nooks. How are you doing today?
Very good call.
I'm doing good. Hey, I wanted to give you a shout quick and learn a little bit about your SDR team and see if you might be interested in taking a look at a parallel dialing software. Okay, if you don't mind me asking, what are you guys dialing out of right now? Okay, cool. Fair enough. Well, hey, thanks for the conversation. I'll let you go. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.
What happened there, Gianno?
Oh, it just wasn't a fit. He said their whole sales team's 2 people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Can't do
they
much
don't
with
even
that.
have outreach. They don't even have outreach yet.
Oh, geez. What are they doing? I'm going to call them. Give me their list. I'll set them up. I got too many issues.
I'll DM you on LinkedIn.
There you go.
Well, now I feel bad. Well, one, you guys can't hear the other side, which sucks. But I feel bad now for hosting these competitions and making SDRs call live because that's nerve-wracking. Now I know. Now I know what it's like.
Do you see? Do you see why everybody's like, "Yo, I don't want to do it, Gianno. Don't put me on there."
That's why I have to
because
do a
it's,
$500 prize.
Well, we were talking about that earlier with Seth is, not only do you have to cold call already in your day, it's already stressful, it's improv on the fly, it's real time. Now you add in being in front of an audience of a couple hundred people. It's like, oh boy, uh-oh. Now anything I do is going to be scrutinized or looked at, and it's just like, hyperventilating. You get you all worked up.
Yeah. Makes you better, though.
Makes it so much easier once you have a couple under your belt and can.
Yeah.
Even after this, you can go do some cold calls and be like, well, I can't be as stressed as I was dialing live on LinkedIn in front of an audience.
Right.
For real.
So that means I'm going to book one.
Exactly.
It is. You are going to get one. 100%.
I wish Will would unmute himself.
Yeah, we need to get Will's attention. Can you drop into private chat? Tell him.
Yeah.
We got
Hi,
Rick
James.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, James. This is Gianno calling with Nooks. How are you doing?
I'm doing terrible. How are you?
I'm calling with Nooks. We're a parallel dialing software.
I'm not interested.
Okay, cool. Well, just wanted to give you a shout quick. See, you manage a team of SDRs, right? Okay. All right, I think I have the wrong number. Thank you, James. Yeah, that guy was literally just like, what is an SDR?
Sounds like he needs one.
That's on me. Bad prospecting.
It's what typically happens with marketers. Ooh.
Yeah, I haven't done this for a living for like a year and a half.
Lucky.
I'm a little rusty.
Lucky. Will. Will's going to be on the show this whole time. Sling it all out, and he's going to realize he was muted the entire time. But shout out to Rit in the crowd from Glen Coco himself. So he is, like you said, I think more SDRs, BDRs can benefit from not trying to jam a square peg into a round hole. Sometimes a bad fit is a bad fit, and it's a win for everyone to just move past them. And I think we can all agree with you there, Rit, is, this whole push everybody through your sales process just because is kind of stupid. A lot of times there are people that just really aren't a fit, or their objection is very true. And no need to force it. Go call somebody who does want to talk to you. You know what I mean? There's plenty of business. For some, now I know there are some that have a very niche market. I do understand that. You got 60 leads to call for the whole year. So trying to, just throw somebody off to the side isn't as ideal. But if you've got a nice size TAM, like, you don't need to be forcing it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay, Will, I need you off of mute.
I know. He's
I
like
don't
in
know how to help you.
serious conversation.
It's really good, y'all. I wish I could. Maybe Seth can give us an impersonation of dubbing over what we're hearing.
I can tell how persuasive he's being just by his arm gestures.
I know.
I think he's messing with all of us. He's not even on a call.
This is the best acting of all time. If he is
That's
not
what
on a call.
that's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't know how good of a call you could be on where you're just like this and just like, I could watch him all day. This is great.
Oh, he's clicking around. Maybe he'll see us.
Will.
Hello.
Oh, wait. Oh, he's in.
Yeah.
There he is.
I don't consider any conversation with a sales development leader a waste of time. If it's not now or not at this current company, then it might be later. So look, even if it ends up being 15 minutes, I find out I can't help you, you can walk away with some ideas, and you can engage with my LinkedIn post more often, so I'm still winning, getting something out of it. How's that sound? '18th. Oh, crikey! Going ahead there. I am in New York on the 18th. I could do the 19th. I'm back in the office on the 19th. Would that work for you? Man, you're a busy dude. What are you doing next week? Yeah. All right. No, man, I hear you. That's fair enough, dude. And if you're carrying your own quota, you've got end of quarter to worry about as well. So look, on the week of the 22nd, Tuesday 23rd, your time zone is, give me a minute, East Coast. So, well, I'm on East Coast. I'm in Halifax. So let's make sure. Yeah, dude, even the Canadians forget we exist. I'd expect this from a Yank, but a Canuck, I would expect, claiming our East Coast. That's all we've got. Oh, can't you tell this is a classic native Nova Scotian accent? No, I'm imported. Yeah, on the 23rd, you're East Coast, so I could do any time between 9 and 11 that morning. Would that work for you? Any of those times in there? 9 it is. Beautiful, mate. Well, look, mate, good luck with end of quarter, that quarterly business review. What I'll do is I'll also ping you over some stuff that I shared with the team over at Shopify as well, because they said it was helpful and it might be something you can share with the team in the meantime. How's that sound? Beautiful. Chat to you on the 23rd, mate. Thank you. Thanks. Appreciate it. Bye.
Pew, 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 pew.
Let's go.
Pew, 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 pew. I don't think you can hear us yet.
Out.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, way to go, Will.
You couldn't hear me for half of that either, could you? Sorry about that.
No, we were
I'm
very
sorry.
intrigued, though.
I was muted the whole time, but then
Yeah.
I didn't realize that I thought you had the power to take me off mute. But darn it, sorry about that.
If you mute yourself, I can't. But if
I'm
I
sorry.
mute you, then I can.
Yeah, I don't know when I unmuted in that call, but it went well.
Hey, we got the important part.
Clearly.
You built some rapport around the Canadian side, closed it up, and that was awesome, man. Congrats.
Appreciate you. Thank you for at least catching the joke part that I threw out there.
That was good. Well, and I liked your close too. I do similar thing, right? Is where you could tell them, look, at the worst case scenario, I can give you some insights and some free, high level feedback that even if we don't work together, I can, remove some roadblocks or some, bottlenecks that you might have in your processes and stuff. So that was a cool way to kind of give them some insight of like, hey, come and at least walk away.
Yeah, it's a win-win, and I just kind of said, hey, worst comes to worst for me, I get one more person engaged in my LinkedIn content, which is,
that part was cool. That was great, dude. I love that. That was so good. I was like, yeah, there you go.
Realistically, the algorithm these days, I could take it all the help I can get. So that is actually something I want.
Dude, the LinkedIn algo.
Now no one's going to see this.
And I've been finding, especially with the core side of things, Tom, you might be finding this as well, but even this guy said, hey, man, like it's a long shot that we'd even be able to get budget for training right now. And I said, well, typically I can lead that conversation out of route of like, hey, I know you may not have budget as a whole team as for training, but typically most sellers at startups have stipends, right? So why don't I give you a discount code that you can use for your team as a consolation prize? And I've seen people buy 2, 3, 4 courses from that. They're only $99 a pop, and I give them 30% off, but it's better than nothing. And for one cold call and 15 minutes on a meeting to figure out someone's not a fit, that's my hourly rate almost.
Absolutely.
Hey, Will, I just want to point out for everyone who was not able to really hear you through most of the call, there was something that you taught everyone, and you could see clearly how much you enjoy doing what you do. And I think this is the big thing with sales. You have people sitting in their kitchen table, they're alone in their home. If you're not having fun doing this, if you're not enjoying it, this just might not be the seed for you. It's this, you have to have some joy and some fun doing this. And you clearly, you just you could see it seeping out of you. So we didn't hear shit, but we sure watched you having fun. So
well,
thank you.
Seth, I think that point's really important as well, though, sometimes, because I didn't always enjoy cold calling. When it mattered, I was sweating a lot more as a rep. But like I said, when I jumped on here, I'm not in a position where I need to make cold calls anymore. So I literally just do this for stuff like this and going on my live shows and stuff. So it's total detachment from the outcome. It's just, the worst that can happen is someone chew me out. Before I connected to him, I got hung up on twice by the same person. I did my opener, he hung up, and I called him back, and I was kind of ready for someone to rag me out. But it didn't really scare me because
you're Will.
I'll live.
On, you're Will. You'll be all right.
Doesn't matter. My business will survive.
Yep. But it is a great call out there, Seth. It's people, our only arsenal in cold calling is this little tool right here, right? What happens right here in our mouth. And more often than not, people can read your body language. If I'm hunched over, I'm really just depressed in what I have to do, they're not going to be excited either, right? But if you could come in super lit up, super excited to talk to, now, you got to match their level. Don't come in bonkers crazy, but you're able to, come with a little bit of fire behind you. They will too. They'll be more intrigued to perk their ears and give you a listen. Also, welcome to new panelists here, our boy Carlos. I'm very excited Carlos is here. Hi, Carlos. How are you? There he is.
Doing well, guys. How's it going?
Good. Good to see you. He
Always
was out walking the dog, walking the wife, as he told us. I had to take the wife for a walk as well. But why don't you tell us a little bit about you, what you're cold calling on, what you got going on in the world, and we'll give you the floor for a couple seconds.
Yeah, so right now I'm looking for a new role as an AE. So I'm based out of the West Virginia area, moved out here from the Bay Area. Huge change. You said, Maren, you from the Bay Area?
I am not. I'm from Salt Lake City.
Oh, okay.
I think someone earlier was in the Bay Area, though.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, so just being here for 2 years, whole different country feels like. Oh my gosh. West Virginia, California.
Oh,
Yeah.
big difference. Big difference, man. Big
My
different
God.
cultures. A lot more fast
Difficult.
paced where you're at now than West
Yeah.
Virginia.
San Francisco is like New York with a kombucha in your hand, like 100 miles per hour. But with, hey, I got my kombucha in my hand. Here, maybe like 20 miles per hour. You got 30 miles per hour if you have some moonshine on the Friday. But very different slow pace of life here.
There you go. Well, hopefully you can land a role here. Obviously looking for an account executive. In our chats, Carlos and I talked about him making some live cold calls to hiring managers, trying to pitch not a product or service, but how he fits into their org. He is the product. He is the service. And, try to find his next role live with the rest of us. But if you are hiring, you are seeing this, reach out to Carlos. I've known Carlos now 2 years, Carlos, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had hair back then.
You did. Sales has really taken you for a spin, my friend.
I don't know what happened.
Oh. Will's on another one and he's muted again. Gosh darn it. We got to teach him when he comes back, man, what he needs to do. All right, Seth, your turn to commentate for us on what Will's doing here. Give us the rundown.
Yeah. Hello, mate. Yeah. I'm just giving you a call. Just, yeah. Right.
Who knew?
What the hell? What the?
Oh my God.
Straight away. Why don't we just?
As he picks his, like, got his tooth. That look is great. Look at Giano, you making dials over there? Can you hear us? Yes. Okay.
I stopped for a little bit, but listen to you, wonderful people. But I'm back.
He made like $5. He's like, this ain't for me. I'm out.
No, I didn't.
He was like, I'm done. I'm cooked.
So I said today's gonna be a learning day for me.
Hey, now you're getting another appreciation though for those folks that come on your show that are out in those trenches. You're learning a little bit. Now you understand Vishnu and the team and when they're out there doing this.
Yeah.
I have a bone to pick with Vishnu.
Yeah, I know. Sad.
didn't
I should have
show
recruited. Yeah, I know. I should have recruited our SCRs to come dial, show us how it's done, huh?
Unbelievable. Could have brought the whole squad. You can ping them, drop it in the Slack, tell them to come on up for like 15, 20 minutes, do some dials.
That'd be fun. Let me see if Josh will pull up.
If there are any sales leaders or managers that are listening in, this is just a perfect example of like every once in a while, like just make those calls in front of your team and show them like either, that you're willing to put yourself out there, learn with them and be vulnerable. I know sometimes like you just like, man, you guys are so much better than I am. You're doing it every day. Why don't you give me feedback? What would you do different? It's pretty powerful stuff.
It really is. Get in there with them, periodically. Do a time block, like every bi-weekly, just to get a pulse too. It helps you understand their world, understand your clients, your prospects. It helps you create better material, right, Gianna? You can see like what people are going through when they are on the phones, what type of questions are they asking. Then you can turn that stuff into guides, lead magnets, and really be providing stuff that will actually be valuable to the market and get you those leads and stuff. It does help for sure.
Just sent out the invite. See if we can get some Nooks guys on here.
Let's do it. I got a bone to pick with Will again. He's over here. Look at him. Ugh, Will, killing me,
I
Smalls.
sent him another message.
Killing me, Smalls.
We're just missing out on a master at work over here.
I mean, listen, he was supposed to come slay it.
It's fun to watch him too, though.
Yeah, this is a show in itself. Well,
what I want to know is where he's getting his list from.
Oh, we can ask him that.
I don't know if he'll tell us. He's nailing every single call.
I'm gonna send out a milk carton with Will Aiken's label on it. Oh, now he's stressed. Oh, look, now he's ready. Took a big sigh.
Flexing. He might be flexing.
Look at this muscle, these cold calling guns that I have. Let me show you how your team can have arms like this. As Amir said, I'm picking too many fights with people. Listen, I'm the host of the show. I get to do this. This is my realm, my arena. Y'all are in. Me and Maren's.
This is your arena.
Get off mute, Will Aiken. Get
Sleep
off
that up.
mute, bro.
Can you believe this guy?
Hold on 1 second, y'all.
Well, I guess we can take a minute here to throw the giveaway QR code back up on the screen. Oops, sorry, Carlos, it's blocking your face. But registration for that is going to end here in a little over 15 minutes. If you want to get your entries in, go ahead and scan that QR code, or I will drop the link in the chat again. We have some awesome prizes from our sponsors and generous donors, but we would love to get you guys some really valuable winnings, giveaway prizes. And oh, it looks like Will booked it, and we can't even hear what he's saying.
Dude, he got another one. Come on, gosh darn it,
That
Will.
was a victory.
That was definitely a victory pose. He is getting it again. That was housekeeping kicking me out of my room. It was time for me to go. They're like, you got to go. I was like, look, I did late checkout. Leave me alone. They're like, oh, you did? I was like, I did. Come on, man.
Why isn't late checkout just like a standard at this point?
I think our STRs, some Nooks STRs are popping in if you want to keep a lookout. Maren.
Yep.
Nice.
I don't know if I can see the other side or not.
It audio alerts me.
Okay.
We should be able to bring on 3. So 3 more people can make the stage and fill it out.
Sweet.
Way to go, Carlos. He's just dropping stuff in the back chat over here at everybody. Love the tech issues that we all have as we're in tech sales, and we are the worst of the kind. We all have such issues.
Are you in a hotel?
Yeah, I'm in Vegas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lucky.
I was going to drive home late last night, and I just couldn't. And so I was like, I'm just going to do it live from Vegas. Like, it'll be all right. So I'm at the Luxor. I'm staying in the Pyramid. Mm-hmm.
Dang, you should have done it by the pool. Made everyone jealous.
Check it. No, I would have been way too rambunctious. But I do got to show you this cool cup I got. Check out this cup. Okay.
Whoa.
This is a 70-ounce daiquiri. They filled this thing. And then this lid comes off and it like lights up like the pyramid.
Of course it does.
So you could put it on there and then it's a whole pyramid.
What was that, like a $40 drink?
I was gonna say 100.
It was $32 and then came with a Jello shot, and it was $32 and refills are $20. And I literally bought it just for the cup for my kids because there's no way I'm drinking 70 ounces of vodka and blue slush like Raz, stuff.
I'm not sure
I would die, and I would be dead today.
I would have. I knew my show was at 8 in the morning. I was like,
my
I'm
name's
just buying it for
Jake
the collectible.
Alba, ALBA.
Should I give it away, Maren? Should it be a giveaway?
To be honest, this is actually a sales call. I don't know if that makes you want to throw your phone out the window or give me 30 seconds, then decide. Okay, cool. So, yeah, you and me both, man. Halfway through the week, so we're actually working with quite a few banks and credit unions and just lenders in general. And when they reach out to me, if they're being honest with me, they're telling us things like, "Hey, we're a little bit frustrated with
I
our
hear you
client
though, but that's good that
experience."
you were still able to hit target. That's
The
I
other
mean,
thing
what
that
did you do
they tell us
differently in
is that
Q1 compared to most people I speak to? That's the real.
I love it.
How do we choose?
I'm certain if there was anyone to do that, you'd give it a go. But I've heard that before, to be honest. Now all the objections that you got when you were trying to sell to security companies at Vidyard are probably like, you know what? Maybe they were right. Yeah. Hmm.
Can people hear us?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, mate, that's
Will's on
a
live
big challenge
call.
to come up against. But the fact you hit target in Q1, was that just in the SDR team, or is that
Ooh,
a
there
whole
we
revenue
go.
org?
Well, welcome, gents. I'll turn down Will real quick, but we got some new peeps in the house. What's going on, Michael and Josh, the Nooks reps?
I recruited some people who are the real deal, since I am not. So welcome, guys.
Well, I appreciate that. That was very nice. Let me bring Jake Alba back up. There you go, Jake. We turned you down because Will unmuted as well, so we kind of had to go back and forth. Because he
okay, cool.
Yeah, so I turned him down. But now we got Michael and Josh. Michael, Josh, why don't you take like 20 seconds, tell us who you are. Obviously, you're calling for the Nooks gang, but just give us a little lowdown on you. I'll start with you, Michael.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm Mike. Joined Nooks. I think it's my 4th month now. Senior SDR here. Had a previous SDR role with Clue. Learned a lot of the basics there. So having a good time with the team at Nooks here. Yeah, it's a little bit about me. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. You're up there, Josh.
What's up, Tom? Good to be here, man. I'm Josh. I am also a senior SDR over here at Nooks, and I also was at Clue with Rusu here. So stoked to be here. We're both Canadians, so represent Canada in the house.
A lot of Canadians.
A lot of
Are there
Canadians.
others here?
There were some throughout the day. We've had a few.
Let's
Yeah.
go. That's awesome.
Yeah. So some logistics when you guys are dialing real quick, we got about probably 10, 15 minutes here before we close. But if you do get a call and get into conversation, if you right click on the tab, the restream tab you're on, it'll say mute site. And then you don't hear us, but your audio will stay live so we can hear you. And then when you're done, just unmute that tab. But if you right click on the tab, it'll say mute site. Let me see if I can get Will back in here. Can you, Maren, turn him up? Because mine's blocked by the thingy.
Got it.
Okay, there we go.
I like that.
Oh, he likes that. I see.
We like being able to hear him.
I love this comment from Rit. This is like a sudden episode of QVC. Buy now. Call in.
No one ever clicks on that button anyway. Let's be real. Yeah. No one ever clicks on those buttons in the signature anyways. They're only there to hurt you and please the marketing team. Yeah. David, I mean, obviously I'm calling for a reason today. If I'm honest, I didn't spot your name in the folks I'm calling right now. But I got to ask, though. Do you reckon there's any areas where they could be doing better that you think someone like myself could fire up the arse? I mean, some of the folks I've been worked with in the past have just found it helpful to get someone else humming the exact same tune as the manager in a different accent. Sometimes just helps. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, for sure. Well, anyway, maybe then I'll leave you this just to make sure that I'm no longer doing that much of the video. I'm doing all round sales, coaching, workshops, training, those types of things, helping people identify the triggers that are meaningful for their prospects. Just want to make sure they get that mixed up because of our history of Vidyard, right? But it does sound like you said that the AEs are going full cycle. So you reckon like maybe should I call your VP of sales? I won't tell them that you told me to call them.
I love Will.
Yeah.
It's almost like he enjoys this. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. All right. No, I appreciate you being upfront with me, mate. I just thought it might be worth asking. Well, look, man. It was so. It was. Well, yeah. Try and have fun along the way. Anyway, ask the referral. You can't get but mate, it sounds like you're doing really good, mate. Congratulations on your Q1 performance, and it's a pleasure to catch up with you as well. We didn't talk enough when we were working together.
Did Will mute himself?
He muted us for contact info like a professional.
Yes, look at that. It's like he knows what he's doing.
Yes, for the Nooks senior SDRs, if you just right click on the tab, it will mute so you can't hear us, but we can still hear your side of the conversation, but not the prospects.
Shout out to my boy Colin Mitchell. He is in the crowd, so shout out to Colin. Colin's incredible. He has been on the show many, many times as well. Just couldn't make this one, but we love Colin. Hi, Colin.
Did Ronan come on earlier as well?
Who?
Ronan.
No.
Ronan, no. He ended up not being able to make it. He had a session with the client and actually live cold called with the clients and his team. So couldn't make it last minute.
Power Flux. I was doing that with someone I was coaching earlier. They were like, "Oh, I saw that a rep told me that their manager, because they sell to a similar persona, that they have the problem." And I was like, "Call their manager right now. Don't overthink it. Just do it." So then I called them, but I got a voicemail. But it's fun when it works out because you can show there's no real thing to be afraid of. I actually just called one of my old colleagues. I didn't recognize the name when I was adding them into this dial list. So they were like, "Oh yeah, well, how have you been since video?" And I was like, "Who are you?" Oh, crap. Yeah. Now I remember.
Yeah, that was good. You did some good rapport in there. That was really fun. Telling him he's the VP of sales without being a VP of sales. There was some humor in there, some good rapport. It was good. Nailed it.
Thanks for joining us, Jake.
Yeah, thank you, Jake. We appreciate you. Jake's going to dip out. Thanks,
Thanks,
Jake.
guys.
Have a great
Take care.
one.
Bye.
We're going to go for about 5-10 more minutes. Let's see if we can get one more on the books. And then we'll do one more run from our sponsors. And then I will give the mic to Maren, and she will start giving away the goodies. So, yes. Oh, look at that way. Oh, I didn't know you could do it that way, Maren. That's
fancy.
Cool.
I'm going to switch to 4 parallel dials. So that way, I reckon we'll get one more connect.
Will's going to seize the day. He's going to be the top booker of the day and get himself some clients along the way. Look at that.
We'll see.
Ever since Will came on the scene, I lost all of my business, FYI. Just so everybody knows. Will smoked me when he came out on his own. I was like, all right, well, that was a good run for my company.
Hey, Will, the audience wants to know where you. Oh, he's on.
Oh, he did it again.
He doesn't want everyone to hear his sales pitch. You got to pay for
I know,
that.
we haven't heard this pitch a single
Oh, that's right.
time.
We just hear the close. He's doing that because of me. That's why. It's because I'm here. We're competitors, and he knows. So he's like, I'm not going to let Tom see my secrets. That's why he called me up here. He wanted to see what I was doing. I thought I could outsmart the Canadian. Dang it. He got me. Now, Will's good people. He's smooth on the phone.
I think Josh is on.
Josh is on too. Darn it. You guys. Maren, next time we're gonna have to do a tutorial and like record like a quick SendSpark video and just show them. Me and you will get on here and do like a test one and just show people because it tends to be a little bit of an issue. But it's all right. Hopefully we could get one more meeting booked. Maybe he'll come back off of mute when he's bringing this one home, and then we'll close this bad boy out. Yeah, there you go, Giano. Tell him. Get off.
Well, I told him in Slack too.
Get off.
Yeah, but I think people mute the browser and then they like kind of forget that this exists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens in cold calls. You black out. That's what I do. When I'm on cold calls, I black out. I couldn't even tell you. People were like, "Hey, what did you say there?" Or how did that go? I was like, "I don't know. You had to see it." Like, if you
That's
see
like
it,
why I need. That's why I need like an Avoma or a Gong or Sybil something to like be taking notes for me, so I don't have to try to rack my memory for.
Yeah, I black out too much.
Hey, Maren, I think you asked something a little earlier about like when you're using like these like Gong or the other one, it's only as good as how you look back and review it. And I wonder how many people are getting their sales leaders to sit with them, review it, go over it. How many people are actually looking back over the course of the day? You know, we want to knock out those dials and make as many connections as possible. Are people and their sales leaders, are they like blocking out time to review that, to watch the playback?
I think the good ones are. I think it's becoming a lot more common as the conversation intelligence.
I got to know, and I know I called you out the blue, so I don't want to. If you have a second, because you've done this all before, I got to know what do you think made it not effective in specifically your company's case compared to what.
He's definitely hiding his pitch and then coming. He knows what he's doing. That is 100% the right moves, dude. Will. All right, I see you. I love it.
Yeah.
We'll let him wrap this one up, Maren. And then once he's done, we'll go into sponsor break, and then we'll call giveaways.
Sounds great.
Yeah. The reason I remember MediaFly so often is because I sometimes sit awake at night and regret the time I cold called you when I was working for Proposify. And I gave you our elevator pitch, and you were like, "That's kind of what we do, man. I think we're competitors." And that was one of those moments where you cringed to yourself late at night. It might have been a cold email, to be honest, Steve, but it would have been in 2021. So I do think it was you, or it might have been LinkedIn. Yeah. That makes sense, mate. Well, look, I appreciate you giving the lowdown, and it sounds like, if anyone were to know if that would be worth investing in, it'd be you, so. No. Yeah, mate, I'm more of a sales trainer, sales coach, so I work with individual reps and teams to basically get them kind of doing effective outreach. A lot of folks are having problems with the low conversions. Some other folks are having great conversions, but they're just not able to scale. So those are the two main problems I'm helping the outbound side with. But then obviously I help folks, get out of that product-centric selling, help them do better discovery, ask the right questions so they can disrupt the status quo, those fun things. But normally the short answer to what you just said is I'm a LinkedIn influencer. and I don't want to go back to working for a company again. Yeah, I mean, most folks come to me. I mostly cold call these days just because I can't. It wouldn't be fair for me to sit there and say that, hey, I can help your sales team cold call if I'm not doing it myself. So, you know, I have some fun along the way. It doesn't really matter if it works or doesn't, you know, but I've met some great people through it. And if I do talk to someone who has a problem I can help with, then that's no loss, right? But yeah. Well, no, I appreciate you taking it as well and giving me the rundown there, mate. I'll ping you on LinkedIn just so you can, you know, see who I am, just in case, you know, and we can always bounce our days off each other. Yeah, that sounds great, Steve. I really appreciate you. Have a great long weekend, okay? Bye.
Well done, Will.
There we go. Got one more.
Well done. There you go.
You win the day.
You win
Hands
the day,
down.
my friend. Yeah.
Hey,
And
Will,
Josh has been over here booking them.
Will, where are you getting that list from? That's what everyone wants to know.
Zoom Info. I do a lot of work with their team, do a lot of their video editing, so it's my platform. And I, as I mentioned at the start, I think it was before you joined, Seth, or maybe you're on mute. What I do is I create a lot of content on LinkedIn. So whenever I see 2 or more reps from one company engaging my stuff, I then start targeting their leader and say, hey, my list, intro, you might have heard it a few times, was a couple of your reps follow my stuff on LinkedIn. Thought the rest of the team could get value from that too. Happy for me to share a couple of problems I'm helping teams with, and you can tell me if it's relevant to keep talking. And then I go into the pitch.
Nice.
Yeah, actually, we haven't been able to hear the beginning of your calls.
Yeah.
Maybe this next one.
The trigger is 1 or more reps. 2 or more reps from their team have engaged with something I've posted in the past 3 months. That said, if they ever ask me which reps, I don't when I
Right, you can't like really see that. Yeah.
Yeah, when I sequence them, I just do it automatically. So then I have to quickly jump open their LinkedIn and then find. But most of the time, I'm like, hey, I don't have that, you know, in front of me. I just kind of saw the company name a few times. I thought it'd be worth reaching out to the leader, given that the reps obviously enjoy it.
There you go. Well, thank you for joining us, all of you. We're gonna wrap up here. Josh had one. They told him to call him back in 6 months. He was unfortunately muted, but he did have a good, decent conversation there. But it was a call back in 6 months. Bad timing. So we didn't miss anything. So, Will, you were the only one out of everyone to snag a meeting, which shows research, warm intro, being an influencer, running your own company is all the ingredients for an amazing process.
You didn't. I don't think you heard it here, but the thing that saved me on that call was that they sell to retailers, and I recently coached a team from Shopify, and when I said that name, they were like, "Oh, hang on, what did you show them?" You know. So
very nice play. Good testimonials, good customer case studies, man. It looks like you are absolutely thriving and nailing it down. So congratulations. We are going to. I know you're breaking all the rules.
I'm sorry.
Me and Maren wait for 4 hours because we were both that way, and she texted me on the back end and was like,
"We're all adults. There's no kids to influence badly on LinkedIn, are there?"
I told her it's our show. We can do whatever we want.
I vape all day on my live show.
Yeah, it's right here. Like,
if my stress levels get too high, my pace goes up, my inflection goes down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right, Maren. Word of advice for next time. You know, we don't have to hide who we truly are. You know, just
I
be
guess
us.
not.
As long as it's not that other ingredient, I think you're all right. You know, as long as it's not anything else.
That's
So you're
legal here
good.
in Canada, so
Yeah.
even
Oh,
that,
well,
you know.
here, yeah. I'm in Arizona.
It's
We're fine
legal
too.
here too.
Yeah, so we ain't got none of those problems.
There you go. You can tell it's been 4 hours as we start getting into crazy topics of the day. But thank you all for being here. Seth, you were an incredible coach. We couldn't have done it without you. We thank you for being here, giving some killer feedback. Will, taking time out of the day, man, being here with us, showing what you're doing. Gianno, Carlos, Mike, and Josh on a last-minute fly coming in here, filling out the room with us. Josh, you muted yourself. Learn the tech next time. I'm just kidding. I got you, though. I think he's muted. Look, he's muted again. He
I
has
know.
no clue.
He's still in the zone.
He's so in the zone. You can Slack him, Gianno, and tell him all about it. Me and Maren are going to break. You guys are more than welcome to stay back and hang out once we do the giveaways if you'd like, and stay tuned for that. But real quick, I'm going to do a break from our sponsors while me and Maren vape, and then we will be back.
Thank you for
guys.
having us.
This is fun. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Mike, Josh,
Thank you
thanks
all
for
the
coming
time.
on, putting yourself out there.
Appreciate it, guys. And now,
Thanks, guys.
word from our killer sponsors.
Ambitious sales leaders always strive for forward motion. You build processes that can be repeated. You coach reps with context. You set targets high. And you see the climb as your purpose. To help you reach your peak potential, we created Ambition, the revenue performance platform proven to boost sales activity, retain top talent, give sales managers valuable time back, and ultimately, get your organization to the top. Inspire lasting behavior change. Recognize reps in real time. Realize better business outcomes, now and into the future. Be greater with Ambition.
As seasoned sales experts, we know the frustrations with sales hiring: high turnover, costly search time and training, and the constant pressure for cost-effective pipeline generation. This is a huge shadow cost for your business. That's where Glen Coco comes in. Glen Coco is a game changer for your sales strategy. We offer an innovative marketplace where businesses post bounties for getting sales meetings with their ideal customers, booked directly to their calendar, shifting from the traditional model of hiring and staffing full-time sales development representatives. Rather than bearing the fixed costs of permanent sales staff or bloated agency retainers with no guarantee of success, this approach allows businesses to pay only for guaranteed, booked, qualified meetings. Our customers recommend us because our disruptive B2B sales platform comes with robust contractor quality controls and AI-assisted dynamic sales enablement modules trained on your campaign data, high data visibility that helps customers self-manage their campaigns with zero upfront costs or retainer fees, incredible campaign insights via our call recording capture system. Ready to ramp up your sales team and generate pipeline within hours instead of weeks or months? Visit glencoco.com today. Create your online account and see the difference for yourself. Say goodbye to high turnover and hello to a world of sales success.
I've spoken to over 50 VPs of sales, and I'm hearing the same thing over and over again. Reps are spending too much time on non-revenue generating activities. This is why Sailboat launched an MVP solution for sales leaders to see which activities impact revenue. Leadership has been focused on the overall count of how many calls were made, how many emails were sent, etc. But there's a huge need to dive deeper into the surface level data if we're looking to be proactive, that is. With Sailboat, sales leaders can easily click to integrate with their current tech stack, viewing their team's daily revenue generating activities. As you can see here, you have a full view of your sales rep's day through the lens of their customer interactions. Hey, Levi, I don't know about this pitch idea,
Josh?
man. Can you just tell them what the hell Sailboat's goal is?
Oh, man. Sure. Yeah, it's easy. We're unlocking sales reps' time to maximize their impact.
That's it. And we're looking for sales leadership to join us and provide us feedback if they're up for it.
Sending delivers more meaningful engagement. Delivering the right gift with the right message and a more intelligent sending strategy starts right here. From plans and cookies to e-gifts and premium branded onboarding kits, you name it, we can source it, send it, and measure its impact. And since we're passionate about innovating the way businesses engage and connect, we're always looking for new ways to deliver a better experience for you. It all starts with our user experience. Our new marketplace user interface and our ever-expanding catalog has made finding that right gift that they'll remember you for even more simple. To better engage prospects and clients, now you can choose to further personalize address confirmation emails with images and your own messaging. Together, saving you time on following up, while also increasing redemption rates on anything you send. We grow as you grow. Our sending management platform, integrations, and partnerships allow you to scale across teams, budgets, and CRMs. Sending delivers countless ideas to customize your next sales, ABM, marketing, or onboarding campaign with more strategic impact and better engagement. Book a demo today and see how you can create a more human marketing experience.
This is your sales organization. And this is your sales organization without a structured sales process. Any questions?
We're back. We're live.
We're back. Closing it out.
Yes, we got 10 minutes. So I will let you lead this. We'll close out, and then I'll let you do the giveaways. So one last time, we'll bring those bad boys up. Let some people get in.
It's actually, I had it close 5 minutes ago so that I could have the winners ready by the end of our show.
Okay. We're giving all this goodies away. So without further ado, take it away.
Yeah. And honestly, this is the moment where I have to say I made an oopsie and didn't put a name field in the entries. So I have people's emails, but not their names.
Oh, okay.
So other than some of the people who were our callers and participants on the show today, we have S. Lorraine Nicholson. That is a winner. Sarah R. That is a winner. CAFMESQUITA09 as a winner. OPEORIMS as a winner. Samantha, who is one of our callers today from Harry. GC Durand. G. Emily Driven. GUYCDUR. And DM Cook are all winners of prizes today. I will be in contact with you via email here shortly and get you guys some prizes from our wonderful sponsors and generous donations.
Cool. Yeah. Just forward it, email them. If you recognize and are still here and that with one of your emails, feel free to DM Maren. Let us know. But congrats to all the winners. Thank you to all the sponsors, all the people that provided gifts and prizes. You guys are incredible. Again, we got some really cool stuff. We've got Echo Dots, coaching sessions, headsets. Hope the female finds you well. T-shirts, coaching with me, Patrick Joyce, a swag pack from Unifor, gift cards, free licenses to things. So definitely some real cool prizes for everybody. But thank you all. And then for
We also
Lydia.
we had Lydia offer 10% off of her cold calling course with the Ruby project. Amazing course. Go learn all of the great insights. I'm sure that you learned some things from listening to people doing live cold calls today, but if you want some more hands-on practice, this is a great way to do that. And she's generously given a discount to anyone who has watched the program today.
She put a lot of work into that thing. It's an incredible course. I ran through it. I've made 500,000 calls, been at the game for a long time, and I still learned a trick or two. So kudos to Lydia. Thanks for that. Grab that code.
Remember to hit up Wasim if you want to try out an executive assistant, VA. His LinkedIn I will drop in the chat again, but I'm definitely taking him up on that.
I am too. And I think Will Aiken is too. So good stuff there. Lastly, but not last, shout out to the sponsors: Ambition, Glen Coco, Replicate, Sailboat, and Sendoso. Seriously, grab some demos with these guys. They're all doing their own lane. They're doing great stuff. Ambition's great for coaching. Glen Coco is really cool. A lot of folks were cold calling for that today. Some have used it. If you're in between jobs or want to make extra cash at something you're good at, which is cold calling, it's like Uber and Lyft. You just hop in, work the hours you want, get trained up on some clients, and can make $100 to $500 a meeting booked. Replicate, AI cold call simulator, and a tool for training and enablement on new products, things like that. They're doing some really cool stuff there. Sailboat, you saw Josh. They're just looking for users right now. Get in. Me and Zoe Hartfeld are working with them as advisors. They're doing some really cool stuff. It's a free right now. They just want feedback on what integrations they should be rolling out, what features are needed. So you can get in there, get your team on there, and start tracking the effort that your reps are putting in. And then our good friends at Sendoso, why I'm in Vegas. They are amazing gifting platform. You can send Grove cookies, custom branded tumblers, things like that. Just personalized gifts to people throughout the sales cycle. So thank you to the 5 of them. We couldn't have done a show out without you guys. So super thankful that you guys were jumping in here with us. And like I said, if you're still here, grab some demos with these guys. Can't hurt to take 30 minutes and see what they could do for the org. But other than that, Maren, we did it. 4 hours.
We did it. Another one down.
Can you believe we used to do 8 hours?
No, I genuinely can't.
Y'all don't understand. We used to do 8 hours. We'd break right now for lunch, and then we would do this all again for another 4 hours, and it was quite a pickle. But we like it now. It's good. It's 4 hours. It's a great way to close the quarter together. You guys saw some great callers. You saw Will drop some really good rapport building, get some deals, leveraging his influencer status. But incredible show. Thank you to my co-host, Miss Maren. Love doing this with you. Thank you for all the logistics on the back end, everything you do. But if anybody has any questions, concerns, feedback, drop us a line. But other than
Connect
that,
with us on LinkedIn.
Yeah, why not? I could always use more followers. It always helps.
More engagement with your content, like Will said.
Yeah, exactly. And hit Wasim for some VA stuff. And one of those lucky winners got a free one for quite a while. So that'll be cool to test out. But me and you could use them. I'm definitely looking into it. So if you can hook us up with a good deal, I will get it.
Right.
Now I've got a 5-hour drive home. So 4-hour show, 5 to 6 hour drive home. I am going to go home and crash.
Casual day for you.
Hey, long day. But thank you to everybody tuning in. You, the guests, the audience, the attendees, the cold callers. Again, you guys make this show. It's for you all. Me and Maren just kind of guide it, and we're here. So we couldn't thank you all enough. But with that, we will bid you a goodbye. See you later. And
Happy
thank you all.
Q3 almost.
Hey, you know, Q2.
Well,
Q2.
my brain is.
What are you doing?
I don't.
Q2.
What? I don't know what month it is. Are you kidding me?
It's Thursday.
I thought it was October.
This show definitely makes some craziness. We get lost, we get delirious. But yes,
For real.
wish you all a very solid close to the month. This is it today. If you're working Good Friday tomorrow, good luck. Otherwise, this is it. Got to give it everything you got and on to Q2. So we wish you good close. Best of luck to you all, and we will talk to you all very soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.